Hello, y'all. Welcome to another one. This is Kev, and this is Black Men Being Brutally Honest on another Smoke Show Sunday. Thank you all for showing up. Please hit that like button on the way in. Give some shout outs real quick. Just 1 second. Make sure we right here. Yeah. All right. First shout out I'm going to give is to the replay gang, those who can't be here in real time but are here like the next morning or whenever they can make time to check your boy out. So shout out to you guys and make sure y'all hit that like button as well. Uh Also give a shout out to the membership of the channel. You guys also make it special around here. Uh all right. Members are as follows: Greg, Aaron P, Phil Brad, Zentober, Toya the Tutor, Indigo Flow, Go Professor underscore Gold Star P underscore GP exclamation point, D Rock Den, American Negro, D Scott, Andre 416 Reformed, and last but definitely not least, Blacklight Revelations 2. What's good to all of you? Hopefully everyone had a great week. Um, didn't didn't do anything last night. I was a little tired. So for those of you who look forward to tuning in on Saturday nights, my apologies to you guys. So shout out to the ones that would have been here and the moderators, and most importantly, the people who are in the live chat every single time. And even if not every single time, the ones who participate. Yeah, you guys make the program about as interesting as I do. So maybe even more. Y'all be dropping some facts down there. So anyway, all right. Let me start off with some admissions for those of you who are watching. We got Art New Stall in the building. We got Detroit 313. We got RPM. We got F Holiday. Andre 416 Reformed. We got LaShawn Jefferson with a fucking paragraph already. Time we everyday black men be honest. Hey, I agree with that. She and they ain't 100%. Both are different but believe the same thing. You're black, white, man, yeah, black men and black women. We was free at the same time. How black? Okay, all right. I tried. Well, I tell you, with the shits already, got you. But I agree with the be honest part, man. This hadn't really, been much of a smoke show. It's time for a little self reflection. This brutally honest thing does not exclude the person himself. Does I'm not excluded from it. Kev is not excluded from people being brutally honest and myself being brutally honest with Kev, and you get the idea. Saying I have to face a couple of realities. Um and that reality is maybe I'm not, I would say, and this is not admitting to a weakness because there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Because everyone has different personalities. They have different approaches, they have different, kind of ways of communicating with people. And it's just the fact is, maybe I'm not that polarizing a character enough. People are attracted to more controversial, people that have a tendency to piss people off. And, I just don't believe that there are too many people that have a problem with me. maybe it's like the smoke show should be ran more by someone that's a fucking asshole or whatever. I'm maybe not that guy that's asshole enough, but I also don't believe in playing a character either. It's like the Kev that comes up to YouTube is the Kev that is in everyday life. Yeah. So for me to act like something that I'm not, that would be a real problem for me. And people would understand people would understand that, the people that watch you would be able to see that kind of thing. Is It's not something that can be avoided. If it's not you, it's not you. You know what I'm saying. I made a poll a couple days ago and I ended up deleting. And it's for me, it was like making that poll was because it's so much drama in this space. It's a lot of drama, and it's for all kinds of reasons. And I was just like, hey, why don't I become a heel? You know what I'm saying? And maybe it's just something that I'm not good at. I'm not good at being the heel, the bad guy, the antagonizer. Maybe I just need to accept my position as a. Uh, let me take my time to say this. Maybe I should accept my position as a good guy. A paragon of virtue. Shit. The one who aspires to do plenty of good instead of trying to cause drama and trying to plot evil on others. I know that's not someone who attracts a whole lot of attention, but I have to say, so what? I mean, we are who we are when we come up to these spaces, when we come to YouTube. And I don't know if I can. I mean, I know how to piss people off, but at the same time, it has to be some type of good reasoning behind it, some type of tactical reasoning behind it. I just don't want to fake it for individuals who watch this, because I mean, it'll make being brutally honest an oxymoron. It'll make it a lie. I don't want to lie to you guys. I don't have to tell you everything, but at the same time, what I do tell you is gonna be the truth. If I don't hate you, I don't hate you. If I don't think you're stupid, I don't think you're stupid. But I think that maybe the part of the smoke show that is the flaw is that it's being run by a person that not very many people have a problem with. Therefore, hard to find smoke. So I wouldn't say that this smoke show is a failed experiment. I just have to evaluate whether it should be continued to be called a smoke show. I mean, I'm a chill guy. I am very indifferent to cannabis use, but I'm leaning more toward to just go ahead and legalize it. I understand that there are complications with it, but outside, like outside of that, is like a smoke show could be a chill environment. Shoot, but smoke means disrespect, yelling at each other, calling each other all kinds of names. Maybe it's just too much of an adult atmosphere over here. People like to stay in that little void where it's like it's between high school and maybe an entryway into a college mentality. I just like to shoot the shit, and I would assume anyone who comes up to this panel wants to do the same thing. There's too many people around here that's trying to prove shit that they're the smartest, they're the most intellectual mind, or they're the best debater, or or they got the most success, or they're very successful, and ninjas is broken dusty, and people do this thing where, and I'm not hating on anyone who's accomplished. I'm not hating on anyone who is, has done things with their lives, but it is like almost like they use that as a mask just to keep them from using their personality. At the end of the day, if you are disrespectful to me, I could care less what you've done. And I do understand that side of it. I do understand that. I am one that has advocated for the assertion of the strength of the black man. Strength. We all know what that means, right? Some of us act like we don't, and we are proud of it, and we criticize those who are about that for God knows what reason. I'm seeing young men talk about, oh, you don't see white people talking about the assertion of their race. You don't see it. Like, Jesus Christ. See, that's the kind of mentality that I don't have time for. I mean, take that how you want to take it. Shoot. But just like we have to now I'm finding myself in a position where I have to start to reevaluate things a little bit. Was I ever the right person for a smoke show environment? You know, I officially don't care if anyone that comes up here gets smoke, because nine times out of ten, you know what you did to get that smoke. I'm talking about everybody who steps up here. Everybody. I mean, I attempted to get Keep It 100 and Green Gorilla up here tonight. I'm calling those two names because I did attempt to contact both. Maybe I didn't do enough to contact Green Gorilla, but I wanted these guys to come up here and talk. But at the end of the day, is that really a good idea? By title, you got an audio visual media professional, and then you have a PhD. By title, that conversation should go good. I mean, if you haven't been watching what's going on both channels between the two people. But it probably wouldn't have gone good. Like I said, I attempted to, through certain means, to get in touch with both content creators, but if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. We're still here. We matter. That's what I'll say. Because my thing is, and always will be, is Black Manosphere. Just saying, we're supposed to be this group of guys who are able to communicate with each other. But my idea and everyone else's ideas aren't the same. We should be able to mash it up when we have problems with each other, not do this goofy shit week in and week out. But I am but just a man, so who am I at the end of the day? But a good guy. Someone who people have very few problems with. And you know what? I ain't gonna even lie to you guys. I kind of like it that way. I kind of like being a non-polarizing guy. A guy that gets between people who are fighting and say, "Come on, guys, let's talk." Just annoying as fuck with it. We shouldn't be fighting. We're black men. We're grown-ups. We're better than that. Come on, guys, let's have a beer. Let's have a beer and let's put ourselves in a better position as a people. What's wrong with that? What is wrong with that? Who knows? That might be an effective strategy. That might actually be an effective strategy. But no, you have those week to week who fight against that, who are mad at people like me, not me in specifically, because remember, I'm the guy that no one really has a problem with. I mean, maybe a couple of people here and there, but if it was like those people mattered, like I've stated in past shows, then I would make those guys more of an issue. I mean, shit. Hey, I see Angela C in the building. What's good? How are you? Oh, I see Toya the tutor here. All right. Detroit 313. Judge Dre. Shout out old BGS down there. Old BGS, Zimtober, Rogish the snooze kicker. Carlton Wade one. Mick Drama Bear. Spain Man. All righty. Gold Professor. Underscore Gold Star P underscore GP. Exclamation point. Peace, peace, peace to everyone. Indeed, Allah is all in all. Gold Professor's name again. All righty. I have to accept that. I have to accept that I am a person. You know, while I'm trying to make myself into a heel. See, I'll be one of them intentional heels. I'll just be poking at motherfuckers just to poke at them. And it would be no reason, real reason behind it. It just mass fucking chaos. See, that's what makes the good guy the worst bad guy on the planet. And that's just not a necessary thing. That will just stress everyone out. So if I just stick to my natural good guy self instead of trying to be a heel, trying to intensely piss people off like everyone else around here does, then I think that I can contribute to the balance that is needed around here. You know, kind of like that positive uncle type, you know, just come on, guy, what's going on? I'm thinking about making a life decision. You know, I don't know whether I want to go to college and better myself or marry this questionable woman. And then I'd say something like, well, you don't want to marry a questionable woman. Eh, you know, be that guy. Be that guy. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with being a guy like that? Because you know, we promote being the other guy, the ruthless guy. Well, you know, the ruthless nice guy. I agree totally with being a ruthless nice guy. You know, I'll never condemn anything like that. But, you know, these guys who, you know, have these sharp tongues on the internet, behind a microphone, you know, behind a cell phone with the headphones or wherever the fuck they talk from. I mean, you know how it is. You know, they're very blunt with their words. Listen here, buddy. You know, them type. Them type. You know, they roam these spaces. You know, they curse you. They curse you and everybody that love you. It's a damn shame. Anyway. See, what do y'all think? What do y'all think? Down there in the chat. You know, and LaShawn, let me put this up here. I'm not trying to say it in that frame of mind. Good black men, you know. Yes, there are good black men. There are good people out there. You know, I'm not gonna deny that, but I'm talking about being the good guy, the protagonist. The paragon of virtue. Optimus Prime. That motherfucker, man. I mean, nobody has to follow my lead. You know, I don't fancy myself a leader. I let other people determine that. What I look like going around calling myself a leader. I'm the leader, god damn it. But you know, I'm just saying, you know, just you can rely on me to not make the decision that is destructive for everyone involved. This is why this show doesn't have much smoke. I've had two people in the past. God damn it, Kevin. Let me tell you something, but I will tell you from elsewhere. You know, I had one show up like that. I'm like, fine, awesome. Then I had one. It's like, Kevin, if you're not reading a book on the air, then god damn you, this shit is stupid. It's like, okay, guy, if you think you're special, then you know. But outside of that, for the weeks and weeks, it hasn't been really too much, unless it was directed toward other people. You know, people, when I say other people, I say people who are not Kev, who are not the guy that is speaking to you right now. Shoot. So I don't know. There's this saying, you know, to give somebody a pat on the back and say, guy, you are you and you matter. Shoot, just tell them that much, you know. Even if they're being blindly stupid, you know what I'm saying? It's easy to respond negatively to someone who's being like just blindly stupid and just incoherent to common sense and you know better talking points and just whatever you got to do to make sense. You know, you're gonna have those people. You know, it's gonna be hard to be positive and be a good guy, you know, with people like that. What I'm here to tell you guys is I can pull the shit off. You know, just it takes a bit of patience, but I believe I can do it, you know. I don't believe I can fly. You know, that's physically impossible. You know, if you can fly using your own body, tell me what planet you're from and why the fuck I should call, you know, the US military to come get your ass. But nah, I wouldn't even do you like that. Just saying, you know, I just, you know, maybe make a deal, but look, nothing's impossible as far as what takes the brain to accomplish. You know, while I still have no intention of reaching idiots, just try not to follow the antagonistic path that they are following or they are going down because you don't have to. We can all choose to be good people. That's a choice. That's a choice. Stupidity is a choice as well. Yes. Still, you can still be a ruthless nice guy in the process of being a good guy. So let's talk about some stuff. Let's talk about some stuff here. You know. Just some stuff I see on social media. I don't know who this is. There are like 3 or 4 Ruby Roses that are famous. I don't know if any of them are famous for the right reason. But don't be this guy. Don't this is one of these guys. No, don't be this guy. Ruby Rose ran into her number one spender on OnlyFans. He spent over $62,000. Wow. He said, man, if I spend that on you on OnlyFans, shit, imagine what I spend on you in person. Imagine that. Girl, just go beyond Cash App. What's your Cash App, baby? That goes beyond that. But you know what I'm wondering though? I wonder did he ask the magical question? Can I touch it? That's what it boils down to, man. Did he do a Myron from the Players Club? I'll follow you home every night. Like, how did he run into this woman? I'm glad it worked out though. You know, that shit could have went south. And there's always the other possibility. She actually screwed the guy. I mean, shit, nothing surprises me anymore, man. Shoot, you ever watch some videos on Pornhub? Porn star screws fan. Oh God. Shoot. This is the planet Earth. This is nowhere else. You guys should not be surprised. I know some of you, oh man, she didn't get that man done. That man is an incel. Now disclaimer for edutainment purposes only. And one part of that word is entertainment. So I don't know. Just saying, nothing surprises me. Oh boy. But hey, to each his own. To each his own. Shoot. That man earned that shit. He's the one that made the living at the end of the day to facilitate such spendage. Yep. Whereas some of us can't do it, some of us won't do it. He can. So if he wants to play the game of you can have whatever you like, that was his dream come true. He didn't get that OnlyFans account for nothing. Andre said he definitely hit. They ate up all his resources. Man, look, that man got more. He got more resources. He got to. I don't think that he would just drop 62K like that and then just be hurting and shit. Or maybe he's one of those guys that come from affluence. Maybe he's one of these rich guys' kids, like a genetically superior football player, and that's his offspring. A kid who can't quite do it. Plenty of them out there. Plenty of them. So let's look at the next slide. Shoot. Oh yeah. How many times do you see this kind of thing happen? How many times do you hear about it? How many TikTok videos? How many YouTube videos? How many Facebook posts? How many times on social media per week do you see something like this? Just to drive a point home. Woman says she thought a man was corny for bringing her flowers and opening her car door on the first date. He literally did everything we say we want. And in my mind, instinctively, my first thought was he's corny. Depending on what she perceives as corny or how she perceives it. Some women fetishize that shit. Running into a corny guy and trying to turn the motherfucker out so He can be sitting on the stoop in the front of the house smoking a cigarette, listening to D'Angelo. Corny for opening the door. I mean, it could be a combination of other things. See, we haven't seen this guy. He could actually be a corny guy. See, I'm trying to speak from what the other perspective might be. You know what I'm saying? I could easily say, "Hey, fuck this bitch. She doesn't know a good guy when she sees one. She wants a pookie. She wants to have a big head little kid." Like, it just, or it could be the other possibility. It could be that the guy's actually corny. Those do exist. But for opening the door and bringing her flowers, wow. Don't do it, guys. That's what I was saying a couple broadcasts ago. Don't be bare your soul to these chicks, man. Don't do it. They don't respect that. Go for an ice cream date and like do some shit with your tongue to the ice cream cone and make sure that she is looking. That's as simple as you got to make it. That like all that flower shit and just look. Look, it's an express sentiment every other post that you see. Niggas is corny. So, hey. Oh man. Toy the tutor said I'm very corny. Hey, McDrama Bear. Proud corny over here. Toya, but see, you're different though. You're different. You're a person that we don't have to say too much to or explain too much to. You kind of get it. You kind of get it. So, I'm sure there's some gentleman out there that would appreciate your brand of corny to the highest of levels. I'm sure he's out there. But yeah, I mean, I open doors. I would get a flower if I felt like she was worth it. See, that's the type thing that you do when they're worth it. See, they don't read it like that. I go through trouble of getting you a flower or getting you a couple flowers. You know, I get, just I think that you something special. It's something very warm and charming about your personality. You know what I'm saying? I went through the trouble of going to a grocery store flower section to get you a couple of flowers. And the treatment that I get is you think it's corny. Now, I'm not saying that this ain't the case every time or this is the case every time. Go ahead, get her some flowers, but be careful. And this is something that I would say a good guy would do. A good guy would be considerate enough to be, to open a door for a woman. Anybody else that may be coming through at the time. There is that is the case at times. Like I said, I'm the kind of guy that does that. I'm the kind of guy that'll get her flowers. I'm the kind of guy that will, I don't know, send you a text message to check on you and make sure everything is okay with you and shit like that. But that's seen as corny. That kind of thing is seen as weak. And that's why like young men coming up, even though they haven't tried and experimented with stuff like that themselves, that's why they don't want to do that shit anymore. And then they'll blame YouTube spaces. Blame the manosphere. Oh, the manosphere. Oh, they can't tell a young man. Oh. instead of what these young men see in front of them. Stupid, pretty motherfuckers who keep saying shit like this. Hey, but what do I know? I come from a different time. Yeah, I'm old enough to say that. It ain't our fault. It ain't some guy on YouTube's fault that men are starting to see it that way. What we're really saying is what everybody's been thinking all along. But gaslit by some old dude. You gotta take it. You don't say nothing. Gaslit by some bacon clad broad. A real man wouldn't say nothing back. Ooh. But hey, and let me tell y'all something. I know the theme is being a good guy, or whatever, but being a good guy doesn't mean you shut the fuck up. That doesn't mean you got to sit there and be quiet. Oh, he's a good man. I've never heard in my life people say, "Oh, he's a good guy. He just keeps his mouth shut." I mean, unless they being condescending, keep your mouth shut like a good little guy over there. The fuck out of here. That is not a value that a good guy encompasses. Keeping his fucking mouth shut, picking his battles, choosing his battles wisely. Of course, yes. But being a quiet little guy, nah, nope. Nope. Spain Man says corny and weird is basically anything that isn't community approved. Yes, the community, the dark side, the where it all goes down, that ain't worth a shit. I think that's the context. I believe that's the context. Yeah, man. But people ask this question. Well, man, look, if I can't open doors for her and get her flowers, then what do I do then? Here's what you do. You leave that bitch alone and you find a woman that does appreciate that. That's what you do. I'm not going to tell you to try it another way with women like this. I'm not going to say, I'm not going to say bring that bitch to the table. I'm not going to say that's not a shot at anybody. I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? These are the types that you leave in the motherfucking corner and you go and you find something else. Or, just happen to be in a place where something else is. And just use your quote unquote game to obtain. But this is what I recommend. If she says something like instinctively, she is in her mind instinctively it was corny. She said instinctively. Run, nigga. Just run. Get the fuck out of there. There's no need for that. No. Get out as quick as you can. If you stick around and you try to sit there and see what's happening, just because she thick, I know how some of you are, but Kale, she thick. I hit that. You be just like Judge Dre down there. Oh, I got a hit. Hell yeah, man. I gotta make up mine for 2 nights. Like, come on, bruh. Like, come on with the bullshit, man. I mean, I'm not dick policing. No, I'm not that kind of guy. Do what you will, man. Do what she permits. But think, bro, think. You go, Gold Professor. I am a hard ass for real, in real time. I'm an older brother who's a ruthless, nice guy. In real time, I'm documented. Emoji, Gold P. All righty. Assert yourself, brother. Assert yourself like Gold Professor. Ray Hummer, the Hummer Force. What's good, man? See, this is what y'all dealing with, man. Hey, man, look. Don't let this screenshot discourage you from going to get some flowers and some candy or something. Yeah, I saw you. I mean, and pay attention to the signs, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, just pay attention. I mean, if she's worth it, if she's worth it. I'm not saying turn all the way against women because of one stupid widespread mentality. Man, let me stop. Let me see what else I put in this that can't explain. Oh yeah, this right here. I already had an entire show on this on T.I. and King. Man, like there's some conspiracy theories going around like this was all a work because they want to make King famous. I guess everything's a work these days when you got social media. Red sexy is silent. Hey Kev. Hi. Hey Red. Everything is a work. And I mean, shit. What the hell else they gonna do for this man? How the hell else they gonna get him out of their house? Shit. Go and say I stand on business about 15, 20 times on a viral video. Cause that's how famous people famous. Like, I would hate to be a celebrity's kid because it's like, what celebrity kid besides like somebody like Steph Curry really did better than the original product? It ain't T.I. It's not Magic Johnson. It's not 50 Cent. Shoot. I would hate. I mean, it's like you motherfuckers can't do shit. But think about the next few $1,000s you're gonna spend. But this shit is hilarious though. So I'm not hating. I mean, that's what those other guys do. But hey, it's but from the optics, this is not a good look for black men. I personally hate the reality show shit. I never understood it. The reality show mentality. I mean, speaking of, yeah, they were a part of a reality show, weren't they? And King was cutting up then. Why name that little boy King? Why he do it? I mean, I understand they rich, but why you name him King? Name that little nigga something else. I'm gonna name him King because he gonna grow up and he gonna take over the T.I. empire. And then look at what grew up. Look at what it grew up into. And I mean, I get it. He's that man's son. He's that man's son. At the end of the day, that's his son. We are all talking about this kid, roasting this kid, drawing pictures, making memes. I mean, T.I. got pissed off about a club flyer. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. Because that's what guys like T.I. say when you piss them off. Don't play with me. Yeah, that's the one thing we got to remember at the end of the day. Because you never know who's watching these spaces. You never know, man. We've had some people that have dabbled in that world. And I mean, like, people like Tasha K are drawing them over here, but it's in the most negative of ways, which gives these kinds of places a bad stigma anyway. And and I'm not reneging anything I said about King on that broadcast that night or what I'm saying right now. I'm just saying there's some things you should keep in mind. Yeah, but this shit right here is funny. He had an album named King, I believe, but I'm not sure which came first. He called himself the King of the South. T.I.'s always called himself the King of the South. He wanted to name his kid a reflection of his career. He was the king. I'm a king. Shoot. But black folks embarrassing themselves again. Let's just say it just like that. It's like all our viral moments are usually the embarrassing ones. Once you put it on camera, you are a fair game. Yeah, I'm not saying people should not talk about it. Go ahead, talk about it all you want. Shit. Come on, black men. I'm a king. I refute every time I hear that shit. I refute that charge. Like, dudes calling each other king and shit. Like, it doesn't happen as much as people like to say. Like, we just be calling each other king, talking about we was kings. That was a phase that we went through in the 90s. Yeah, we were kings in Africa. I say, what are we now? I'm just saying. I mean, we don't have a kingdom. I don't have Baba the elephant walking around this motherfucker. Where are we a king at? Just like with the whole queen thing. But motherfuckers gonna call themselves queens. Oh, what a high queen. Some of you ladies some of you ladies know what I'm talking about. Y'all got all these one or two guys every time y'all show up in the chat. Hey, queen. Grand Rising, y'all get them DMs. I don't know, man. It just I refute that. Even when somebody tries to be smug and be like, man, y'all be calling yourselves kings and stuff. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? I don't call myself a damn king. King Kev. Like, I mean, I actually know a person that has that tag on his social media. So no knock on him or anything. I mean, if you want to, if you want to call yourself King Kev or King Kunta or, anything you want to do, there's some women that be calling themselves kings. Seriously. The woman king and all that other shit. Calling anything a king. I am a man. I am a black man. That's what I am. I don't need to be a king. Then people be like, "Aren't you the king of your castle? Are you the king of your home?" Like king, like I'm like, man, shut up. For people who want to go there, shut up. Give a fuck, damn. Give a fuck. I mean, like I mean, the buck stops here. I'll go ahead and say that as far as what my stature is in my home, I'll say that much. Man, but man, please do not come to me and say some shit like Grand Rising King. Don't do that. I'm not gonna take to it well. And somebody might do that shit one day anyway. Grand Rising King. Like, no, nigga. Can't do it, man. Look, this man right here, King of the Community. There's no way all of us were kings in Africa. Some of us were probably court jesters. Yeah. That's that's a very good point that Carlton Way won. Very good point he just made. He said, I was Queen Goofy. Oh, okay. You're Queen Goofy. What? There was a King Goofy. Like you talking about Goofy the Disney character. Like, I'm gonna say you seen that last video of her Tasha K doing some movements. She calls it that. She looked up a GT damn rooster hit by a car in a Jerry Springer uniform. Oh, mm, I get it though. It was an attempt to boost the collective self esteem of black folk. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I get it. You know, yeah. I mean, I get the premise. I get the premise. This is just kind of me being trying an attempt to be a dick. You know, I'm already an established good guy. Oh, oh boy, why do we do this to each other? You know how some of us be talking. Why do we do this to each other? Why do we do this to each other? Oh, okay. All right, guys. Yeah, I'm seeing this picture float around. Yeah, I'm seeing this, and to each his own. I mean, if they want to be in a two sausage arrangement, they can do that. What they call this, like polyamorous or polyandry, or one of them college terms, polymorphic. Where is two men and one woman. Look like one big happy family. So basically, if one is tired, the other one just he go in and do what he got to do, huh? Let me see. Come to think about it, I don't see white men calling each other king unless they're actually a king with a kingdom, like King Richard or King Ralph or some shit like that, or King Charles. Shoot, man. At one point, dudes were calling each other God. What up, God? Because we're all made in His image and likeness. Go Professor said, "Ain't no way I'm doing that. It would be me and two bitches." Yeah, yeah. I think that would be the guy's idea. Like, seriously. Now, if you just a freak like that, you just well, ain't no fucking way I'll just be sitting around. Hey, dear. Oh, you talking to him? Oh. Nah, So what y'all think, man? Y'all think that y'all think I should be laughing at these folks, or at least the guys? Because in this arrangement, she's winning. She's winning. I mean, big drama bear. Inflation is real out here. I think she just let her two baby daddies move in. Man, the motherfuckers look like that's a holiday photo right there. Like, that mean that they got the professional photographer and everything, man. Whatever they shoot, whatever people do to their skin, they got that shit right. I mean, Andre 416 reform say, yeah, they goofy. RPM said I wouldn't do that shit. No, me neither. It's obvious by their garment choices that no one's having any tough conversations in their family. That motherfucker looked like a mall ad. Like, that man said they all goofy with this. Them boys got some big ass heads. Leave the kids alone, but I just had to put it up there. Oh god. Is this like ladies, like, you know, I saw a couple y'all down there. Is this like a dream scenario for y'all? Is this like a dream scenario to have two men? They seem like they're well kept. They got good jobs. When one like I said, when one is too tired, the other one does the husbandly duties. But what if you like just like what if it's a date that you just not having, and then she just say some old wild shit like, "Hey, you need to be more like him. You need to fuck more like him," or something like that. This is shit I be thinking about, man. When you see this image, it would not surprise me if the two men. Oh God, see yeah, that's another thing. Yeah, they they too well kept. Yuck, yuck. They look like they probably wear thing one and three, thing two pajamas. Oh my god. Shoot. I mean, shit. Eh. Oh man. Nah, can't do this. No, can't. They look like they're from Atlanta. That's this man said. They look like they're from Atlanta. Shit, I don't know. They might be. I don't know. They might be from. They might be from New York. They might be from Washington D.C. They might be from Arizona, California, San Francisco, Rice-A-Roni. Like, just anywhere, man. No, not me though. Nah, nah, nah. I can't do it. Like, I want to. I wonder what they sleep. Oh, their sleeping arrangement is like she in the middle. Oh God, this shit's gross, man. I'm not having a good outcome with this. I'm gonna stop. Ugh. They are definitely country. The country delegation does not want to associate it with this. I would probably say they're more northern, like the southern, like the tip of Maine or Washington State. I will not, as a representative of the South and a representative of what's country, I will not claim this. Oh, I tell you, their clothing screams Dillards. Oh man, let's see what I put in this first slide. They don't even have Dillards up there. Clothing screen Dillards, like Cortez Smith. Kev, did you hear about the Alabama prison that held guards hostage while on Facebook Live? Oh shit, Facebook Live is at it again. It was down for a little while, but now it's back up. Oh man. Man, but look at this meme. I do this so your baby daddy can do this. See, that's some low down shit right there. That's see, you gonna put the link. Yeah, man. But you know, at the end of the day, you know, that kind of holds some truth to it. You know, everybody be like, oh, memes on the internet and shit. It's a meme on the internet. How could you? How dare you, Kev? That is not my baby daddy. Shoot, well, maybe it isn't now, but you know how these motherfuckers are. Shoot, but let me find this link you talking about. I could possibly put it up on the screen, and then, all right. Inmate at William E. Donaldson Correctional Facility charged after lockdown. All right. Hey, go ahead, share the screen here. Show y'all what Cortez Smith is talking about. By the way, man, I just want to tell y'all, man, from one black person to whatever your cultural affiliation is. Hope y'all having a great week, man. For real. But let's see what's going on here. Fair use, by the way, fair use.
Wearing a correctional officer's vest, and he has a gun in his hand. Well, earlier today, I sent an email to the Alabama Department of Corrections wanting to, get more information and details about this security incident that happened here at this facility yesterday morning. And as of right now, we do not have those details.
Did he say, let me get this right. Did she say that he was wearing the gun and the in a correctional vest? Let's listen to that again.
Video, you'll see a man wearing a correctional officer's vest, and he has a gun in his hand. Well, earlier today, I sent an email.
Yeah, this man watching too many movies. But yeah, let's continue.
We do not have those details.
You know what I'm saying? And they ain't even hiding.
Stacey George, a former Alabama correctional officer, and I are watching this video of a William E. Donaldson prison inmate
man,
wearing a correctional officer's vest.
Look at this shit right here. Look, see, for real? Homie, oh my God. Boy, I said, man, we watching too many goddamn movies, man.
And waving a gun with other inmates in the same room.
He could have easily killed 10, 15 people with that gun. It looked like to me he was trying to get a message out.
Alabama.
He could have easily killed.
The Department of Correction says Daryl Shaw is charged with promoting prison contraband, possessing contraband certain people aren't allowed to have, and terroristic threats. Shaw is serving a life without parole sentence for murder and other crimes.
Oh, okay. I get it. Nothing to lose. Might as well. Yeah, fuck it. Let me fuck some shit up. Yeah, I get the logic. I'm not condoning criminal behavior, but just call a spade here.
George was a corrections officer for 13 years until 10 months ago.
I am absolutely not surprised at all. I've been expecting this to happen at any.
He's black. I've been expecting this to happen. That's what he want to say. Like shit. I mean, it may sound like a shot in the dark, but yeah, that N-word, God damn it,
Point, since I left.
He says things aren't good for either employees or inmates across Alabama prisons right now.
They're not getting the basic needs they need at times in there, and they don't have enough staff to do it, and then it makes the confrontation worse because now you've got everybody in a bad mood.
In a 22-minute video, that same man goes on a rant about issues inmates in the Donaldson prison are dealing with.
They create the conditions so that we die.
George suggests state leaders hire retired officers, pay them very well to help with the staffing issues, and also
they need to have a presence out in the near area with the National Guard because the numbers are so low. The Alabama.
Oh, this man calling for the National Guard now. You call for the National Guard. Those black guys are out of control.
The Department of Corrections is not running the prison right now. The inmates are.
George also mentioned to me it was alarming to see the inmate have a gun in his hand. He tells me no one inside is allowed to bring or have a weapon inside the prison, and that was alarming to him. Another thing I had a chance to do today was speak with people who have loved ones inside this facility, and they tell me inmates' frustrations are with the treatment they're receiving here and also the lack of parole grants. And we are also still waiting to learn more from ADOC on this situation. And when we do, we'll update you on our WVTM 13 app. For now, we are live in Bessemer. I'm Magdala Lusant, WVTM 13.
Man, I bet you this guy's very, very popular in his prison. I mean, he ain't got a choice. Like, shit. Like, damn. This man right here, he got tired of doing this, man. So he had to fuck some shit up. He got tired of y'all doing that, so he can do that. Hurry up and buy. Trump said when he get in office, he put the military in on the street first day in office. Said Magdala is kind of cute. There's always one. Yeah, I mean, there'd be some pretty women doing these stuff, man. Shoot, but let me do this real quick. Let me drop the link. You know, rules are the same. You know, if y'all want to come up here and give Kev some smoke, even though I'm a benevolent character, y'all come on right ahead. You know, you're a good guy, Kevin. I mean, I said that hair gotta go. Yeah. You're gonna get this space accused of talking about hair. What do these guys know about hair? Yeah, I mean, whether you're right or not. She said it looks hot. What, hot as in temperature wise, or hot as in, yeah, like, yeah, she's so hot. You know, I mean. LaShawn, what's going on, man?
Look, bruh, I don't know who the hell got smoke for you, but damn it, it seems like we smoke every damn day and you do a smoke show. Out of respect, I'm a smoker. But you know what? Look, man, you've been honest, you've been truthful, and you've been real. And
Thanks.
You talking to black folk. That is something, the whole list I just said, that's something black folk don't want to really do. But you one of those that stand on your ground just like me. And I'm black folk too. But we just
That's awesome.
Basically niggas, ain't we? And we don't control nothing, but we supposed to be the masters that put them in chains. But they still decide while they got freedom and they ain't in our chains. And then all of a sudden we're supposed to fix something while they were slaves to themselves because they their own masters. We ain't put them in chains. We ain't made them make the decisions. We ain't even matter to them. But legitimately, thank you for being brutally honest, taking the gloves off, and telling them the truth.
All right.
You 100 on that one, bro. And if I'm glad I could tell you before you die. I didn't have a chance to tell that many when I knew they was
Before I
gonna
die?
Mhm.
That is awesome, man. You gonna tell me something before I die, man. That's very considerate of you.
No, you a black man I respect. I'm a black man too. We ain't niggas, but they call us niggas.
Who was they?
Respect. Look, I don't waste my time when I give respect to somebody that I respect. You earned it.
Absolutely. Thank
Before
you.
I die, you earned my respect, motherfucker. You understand that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, I'm a
Yeah.
motherfucker too because you know what? They always a mother with kids, so we both fuck motherfuckers together.
Hey, shout out to Gold Professor for the super chat. Appreciate it. He said money, cha-ching for the plate. Gold P. Appreciate that.
OP is a solid man too. You see how many solid men that will speak for you because you ain't lying, and we got your back. That is what you need to keep while you keep on moving forward and making your platform bigger. You understand that, sir? And I hope you do. Because, hell, I could be dead tomorrow, but you got my respect today.
All right. Before you dead, I got your respect, man. That means a whole bunch, bro. Like it does. Like, look, man. Sound like some Thunderbird. But shoot, what you be up to, man? Like,
Hey, I'll tell you what it is. Look. I've been in the shadow realm. All right.
the fuck? They got the internet.
My family's actually calling me and then remember they have my phone number and they're each talking to me and telling me not to say nothing to each family member while each family member is still calling me and I've been in the shadow realm.
For real. They got the internet in the shadow realm. I ain't think they had I ain't think they had the internet. Like the shadow realm, like that shit, man, you learn something new every day.
Shadow realm since slavery, and we both black women and black men been free. But this bitch thing, we have her in chains. While nigga, we still trying to figure out how to get out them chains. And she's saying we the masters that is choking her ass out with them chains on her neck.
Okay, who the fuck said this?
Women.
Women? Oh, okay. That her name?
No, but see it is. See this. Both black men and black women were slaves, right? We both were in chains. How is a black man the master now having her in chains when his ass is trying to figure out how to be free too?
I mean, you know the crazy part. I think I actually know what you're saying.
Yeah, you do. You do. Shit, we both was in chains and slaves. How are we the masters? And we trying to figure out how to master our life.
Man, look, I just do it one day at a time, bro.
Yeah. Women don't even think in days. They think in seconds. Because that second she felt this way, and that next second she felt that other way. And, you know, that's the difference. We both were slaves, and yet we the masters while we were slaves too.
Man, what the fuck?
Like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's the complicated thing. It's like, look, we both were slaves.
Wait,
and yet we is different because now we became the slave masters after the white people let us free. How is black men a slave master and that nigga was slave along with you?
Is this some type of are you wondering about the existence of feminism?
That it's a whole bit of combination, but white women included feminism and they twisted this shit about black women being slaves and somehow they believe they the same as white women. And black men is like, so you mad I got to vote before you, but I get to fight wars and shit, and I get to come home and still be a nigga.
I think I know what's going on here. Man. You trying to process
history,
a lot of
It's history.
A lot of motherfucking information,
you was
man.
younger than me.
It's like
and you're gonna have to live through history.
You need to update your system, bro. Like,
No, I don't.
this,
No, I
yeah,
don't. No, I
yeah, you need
don't.
to
I don't have to
reboot.
update nothing. You want to know why? Because women still saying the same shit to you that they say to me, and the same shit they said to my grandpa.
I wasn't
I
saying.
don't need to
I wasn't saying
update
in that.
nothing.
I'm not
You
saying that
don't
in
have
this
to update
context.
nothing.
I wasn't saying it in that context, bro. I mean, you kind of missed the
Hey,
point of me.
bruh. Since we've been free, you the nigga that's guilty, and you the new master since we free now. I couldn't beat it. My grandpa couldn't beat it. My great grandpa couldn't beat that shit. You gonna have to take this on, and you can sit there and talk shit to me all you want to, but when I'm dead, them bitches still gonna say that same shit to you after I'm dead.
And
So we gotta
concede and not
fix
give a
this.
fuck. Bro,
Well, that's fair.
I
That's fair.
get it. I get it,
I
bro.
don't give a fuck either. So that's fair.
Awesome.
That's an option. But you know what? That's what we dealing with. Ever since we've been free, along with black women, we the niggas are keeping them in chains, and yet we've been freed at the same time.
We the niggas that have been keeping them in chains.
We've been freed at the same time while we were slaves, but the bitch just said we the new masters and we keeping them in chains. Isn't that what the hell they're saying in 2023? That's the same shit they said before I was born.
Before you were born, like, well, okay. So what you talking about is like we are somehow oppressing them by requiring them to wash dishes and cook, right? And,
no, I'm just telling you exactly what they say to me, and I'm confused as fuck, just like you is.
Who is
you
saying
ain't
this to
doing
you?
it. We ain't doing it. But why the hell are we the new white man while we were slaves too? That's the question. And you know what? They keep blaming us like we the white man that put them in chains after we all got out of slavery. We the new white men. That's the point.
I'm Chaos Reign, man, and
That's good.
And we got some guy up here killing that drunk nigga.
New white man.
Yeah, that dude sound like he's drunk as hell. I don't know what he's smoking or what he's drinking, whatever it is. I want some of that shit. The thoughts are so incoherent, man. It's crazy.
But that's LaShawn being LaShawn. Shit, but what's good, y'all?
I'm not much. I'm gonna say this: checking out the fuckery, the good guy. It's always good to be the bad guy. Uncle D said best. Stop being good. Be the bad guy.
Oh, that's Uncle D. That's Uncle D. That's what Uncle D does. If he wants to say stop being the good guy, then he can say stop being the good guy. But you know that's for some type of.
But one question I want to ask you a question, Kev. Should men be the good guy in the 21st century in this Western uncertain world?
Why not be the good guy?
Nope. Don't be.
Hey, not every man is good. That's a fair question.
I mean, you can be what you want to be. Like, you know, you can be the bad guy. You could be the guy that does the cabbage patch in the middle of traffic. Like, you could be anything you want to be. Kev is not stopping you. What I'm saying is that, you know, we should accept who we are instead of trying to be something else. This is what all I'm saying at the end of the day.
Kev, you're a black man. We accept ourselves. But black women don't accept us. Period.
Bro,
that's the problem. We as black men is accepting everybody. Your truth is our truth. We accept you. We homies. Black women ain't accepting shit from us, and that's the damn hinge on the goddamn door.
Hey, speaking of hinge, you want to know what an unhinged is?
Go ahead, sir.
Yeah. Look, man. I'm trying to focus more so on what my character is at the end of the day. I know that my character isn't shared with the same characteristics you guys have, but the thing is like, if I'm a good guy, shit. Like, and I'm not saying that I got to be a good guy by everybody's standards, but without trying to be something that I'm not. I would say more so is if I'm that person, then I just go ahead and accept it. If I'm not, I'll accept that too. That's all I'm saying.
Kevin, we respect your character as you respect our character. Black women ain't respecting no character we present. And you got to remember, we got balls and we respect every damn man we talk to. They don't have balls and they don't respect your balls like we do. You got to quit saying black men saying it while black women doing it to you. You got to quit blaming us while we ain't doing it to you, bro. We respecting you, man. We ain't talking shit about you. Kevin, we're not talking shit about you. So why in the hell are you confusing us with black women that keep talking shit about you and try to get you banned?
I don't know what the fuck you talking about, man.
Then I guess we don't have a conversation then.
I mean,
it's so high as a kite right now, man. God knows.
I mean, seriously, man.
If you confused that black men respect you, and we ain't talking shit about you, Kevin, but you confused because black women's talking about you, but you don't get our side, and we got respect for you,
bruh.
Then that's on you, man. Look. That's on you. That's what you just said. The black men that you talking to got nothing but respect for you, but you comparing us to the black bitches that don't have respect for you.
Every time Kev lets you guys come up and speak, and because you're black men, and then when it's time for Kev to talk, you guys can't.
I'm letting you talk, sir.
Okay, shut the fuck up then, man.
I just didn't like you disrespecting yourself like the way you did because you got my respect. I don't want you to talk about yourself like you ain't got my respect.
Bruh. I've been trying to say this for like 2-3 minutes, bro. I swear to God. But unless I hear someone directly say anything about me in particular, there is nothing that I can address. If they don't say Kev from Black Men Being Brutally Honest, there's not really much I can say. I mean, I hear the complaints about the space and the Black Manosphere and all that other shit, but I mean, for real, what you're talking about is something that would be direct if people were saying my name, like, oh, okay, I want that nigga Kev banned. That is something that I have yet to hear. Period. I don't hear people say that kind of thing. And when I do hear them say it, I will address it. But until then, hey.
Kevin, you kind of including us into that group, and we got nothing with respect for you.
Us? Who is us? It's like, is there somebody in that crowd
that respects Kevin? Kevin, we respect you. Why are you being this hostile and questioning me when I respect you along with everybody else that's joined this panel? We respect you. Why are you correcting us?
Bruh.
There you go.
Good guy. Listen, LaShawn, one thing you're gonna have to do when you step onto these panels, you're gonna have to step out a little bit outside of yourself and try to see something from someone else's perspective. If you feel disrespected by anything that I've said, then you know what you can do.
You're feeling disrespected because I got respect for you along with everybody else. You corrected me while I didn't disrespect you.
I haven't done anything to correct you. Like one single
while I didn't disrespect you. That's where you went wrong, bro. I got your back.
You went wrong from running your goddamn mouth, man. Like shit.
How about this?
Please,
I'll leave you alone.
Look, don't be.
You still got my respect, and you can still tell me I'm wrong for respecting
I just want to be heard.
And nigga, I ain't shit because I got respect for you, and you can keep on doing this right now. But I still got respect for you. But nigga, you tell me don't respect you because whatever. That's what's going down right now. And Kevin, I'll join your panel again, but this time I can't. I got nothing but respect for you, but I am not gonna let you say, "Nigga, I think about you like you shit." Good
I
night.
didn't say that. Good night, my bro. I mean, wow.
Wow.
This is what we're doing over here. This is what we're doing over here. Like I said,
I'm
man,
not sure if that's even smoke or whatever that was.
I don't know, man. Maybe it was maybe it was the smoke I asked for. You know, maybe it was. What do you guys think down in the chat? Oh, Sun is hot. Raw. What's good? Who cares about their respect? We got some smoke. McDrama Bear. The piano has been drinking. RPM. Solo Dolo. Respect yourself, Kev from BMBBH. Ice House, ice in the mouth. I mean, Ice House. Man, I ain't drinking. I haven't drinking Ice House ever since drinking. Oh my god. I haven't sipped Ice House ever since I was like 20, 21 years old. It was like one of those beers I bought like when I didn't have like a favorite kind of beer I drunk. Like I would drink Red Dog and Ice House when I first turned 21. You know, 21 is the legal age for buying in Alabama, at least. I don't know what state y'all from. Some of y'all be buying at 18.
Yeah, all beers I think is roughly to drink beers like 21 all across the board.
All right, we got Andre 416. Oh man. Rogish, you got some feedback on. I hear myself. I'm making my ears bleed. As the Sun is Hot Rod said, it is a smoke show. All righty. You finally got some smoke. He was cooking. He sure was cooking something. Smoke from burning alcohol tends to look like nothing. Shoot. But anyway.
Microphone check. How we doing? Any feedback?
Any feedback? No, not this time. We just hear you now.
I respect.
Man said, nigga, you think of me like I ain't shit. Like
respect yourself. Da-da-da. Do it good. Respect yourself. I do it.
Whoa. I might clip that. Like shit.
Well, I learned more about respect in 5 minutes than I ever have my whole life, cuz for real. All right.
Yeah. Oh yeah, but what's good, man? How y'all been, man? How y'all week been?
It was all right, man. It was my energy just shifted within the last 5 minutes. So I just had a restart of my of something. I don't know. I don't know what none of that was. We can say Ice House. I doubt it. I doubt that was the only thing on the menu.
Man said.
There are probably other libations that were present. You know what I'm saying? Woo-wee.
Man. But I'll tell you the truth. The reason I come to YouTube is for craziness like this, man. This is why I'm the good guy, man. This is why I'm the good guy. I allow such craziness to ensue. As long as it doesn't get out too out of control. But what is this? What is this infatuation that our people have with bad guys and being the bad guy and the bad boy, as some of them would say?
I think it's just largely dynamics. The thing is, people don't understand. People think peace is boring. They think peace is boring. They think that's basically what it is. You know what I'm saying? If things aren't exciting to them, then they think they're not having a good time. Hence why You hear people say all the time, I just need to go out. I just need to go out. Go out and do what though? What do you go out and do what? You know what I'm saying? You just want to get some stimulation, and I mean, but I don't know. I think what it is like bad. Bad don't even be bad. It's just that you don't mind agitating others, I guess, for the sake of some form of social acknowledgement. They don't even be bad, because when they really get confronted by a motherfucker who bought it, you know, when the gun clicked, nigga silence it down. He was high like a motherfucker. Bitch, holler at me now. One of them situations, you feel me? He was high like a motherfucker. Bitch, holler at me now.
Man.
I love that line. But that's a real talk, because, I mean, you know, it's I don't know, it's the sensationalism. I guess it's a good thing. It's something.
Okay. I don't know. I guess the reason why I would come to such a conclusion that I am just like a good guy and I need to accept that I'm one of the good guys is because this smoke show ain't been really the best, I guess, experiment. I would have to be, I would say, a content creator that was problematic in order for it to be super effective. But, is only like smoke show in name. Like, well, until about a few minutes ago where, I need to respect myself and, or, that visit from your boy, everybody's favorite book reader. I got some smoke then too. But I mean, comparatively speaking, for weeks on end, it hasn't been like that.
I think what it takes to induce smoke, I don't know if it takes an actual legitimate gripe. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Like, I was actually thinking today of maybe setting off some smoke, but it would have been petty. But it has me thinking though, if that's the route that it seems like most folks is going, right? Because I've always been about, all right, no beef. Let me see if I can be instrumental if I can, not even for the sake of attempting to be entertaining or anything, because I really don't want to be entertaining, because it's. So I've watched people be entertained and ain't really helped nothing as far as I'm concerned. But it's like, all right, what if I can include an element of that, but not the entirety of what I present? Just might happen to be entertaining. That's even better. But the fact of the taste of the larger average audience is being made into what it is. Like, if you think about it, within the next 15 years, you're not going to have a lot of informative sources, because most people are getting accustomed primarily to smoke and drama, beef, or whatever. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I think you're ahead of the curve, cuz, for real. So don't give it up. You know what I'm saying?
This man wants to be cursed out. That's what they're saying right now. No, I mean, I'm for real. It's just that I don't know, man. Like, my best representation of beef is like steak and shit. Ribeye and
real talk. A nice filet mignon.
I mean, because at the end of the day, what is beef? What is beef on a YouTube channel? What is beef? I say some stuff about you. You say some stuff about me. And the only thing is going on is just like we're just saying stuff.
What's beef? Beef is when your comments haunt me in my sleep.
Oh my God, he said that. Like I can't. I mean, sometimes I can't with these niggas. Sometimes, man. So I be wondering, like this show itself is like, why is there so many problems with the space itself? And it was just some questions that I wanted to ask people, and I guess I haven't been polarizing enough for them to come over here like that. One guy told me it's because I play stupid and I hide behind the audience. And I'm just like, how is that even a thing?
Yeah. Play stupid. And how about you hide behind the audience?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Uh,
unlikely.
like that it'd be it'd be one of them guys that be in these chick spaces crying for them hoes and shit.
Okay,
Talking about niggas all the time.
yeah.
Niggas this,
Try to
niggas be
make
doing that. Niggas is done. Niggas. Like,
niggas, 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 niggas.
yeah,
Back to the loud poets.
yeah, them guys. You know, they
Yeah,
they like millennial to Gen Z. Like,
the lost know it.
uh, oh god. Yeah, man. But I guess I have to accept my place in society. You know, and just
What would you say that is, though?
say that just amongst the guys who comes out and addresses people like my fellow citizens. Things gonna be all right if you just act like you got some sense. You know what I'm saying? Be one of them
Yeah,
guys instead of being like, man, if I were you, man, I fuck that nigga up. We got plenty of them guys.
right. I mean,
People.
well, perhaps beef needs to be evolved. You know what I'm saying? Perhaps smoke needs to be evolved because I think as we've been dealing with the rudimentary smoke. You know what I'm saying? Perhaps it just needs to be evolved. Perhaps it doesn't need to be as dynamic as it once was. You know, more tongue in cheek, if you will, not necessarily passive aggressive, but more. You know what I'm saying? More of a direct intention to cause one to lose face, as opposed to just be, you know what I'm saying, outright humiliated or you know what I'm saying, dejected or whatever.
I mean, like, if anybody comes up here being stupid, they'll be addressed properly. I mean, that's just what it is. It's like, you don't let the stupidity slide. I mean, so I'm not saying it like that. It's just that nobody comes up here with that shit.
Right.
Like you gonna make drama bear talking about the vape show, man. If you don't do no vape show, man. Like that don't even sound right. Vape show Sunday, like.
I mean, hey, you know what I'm saying? That's a little bit more sophisticated, sir. The vape show.
You know they talking about the dangers of vaping every day.
Yeah, I've been hearing about it, bro. For real.
So they be making
the kids are all jeweled out. Speaking of which, I need some more bug. God damn.
Yeah, man. Shit crazy, man. You ever go a few days and then you get some real good shit, and then when you smoke, like you start feeling guilty about everything, like your whole life is in perspective. I mean, you go, like, for real, man. You go a few days and then you finally get some shit and it just be so fucking awesome. And then when you hit that shit, man, you just put your life into perspective. Like, goddamn,
Hey,
man.
that's a good bug. That's a good bug right there. You instantly start reflecting.
I should have listened to Mr. McCluskey when he was telling me that day. Like, come on, man.
You know what the funny thing is though? When I do blaze, it's usually early in the morning, part of a ritual, and it's part of a rage dump.
Mm.
So if I did go live with that shit, it would be beef. It would definitely be a smoke show. Because, so I'm doing that shit about 20 years, and it's, it's a pretty cool ritual, but bud lets you loosen up a little bit and be a little bit more honest with the morning energy.
Nah, Spain, man, I ain't gonna lie to you. I used to have a vape pen with THC oil. That shit was awesome. It was.
Yeah, that's just too much. That's way too much.
It was awesome, but like the supply didn't last. Like the connector I was getting it from, that shit ran out. Like, yeah, so I had to go back to whatever I was doing, burning that shit. Goddamn,
them shits be too strong, man. That's what them youngsters be on, and I be seeing them like wigging, like, man, is it only just bud up in there, cuz for real? Cause they be almost like they tweaking a little bit.
Andre 416 Reform said, I had a guy at work tell me his boy got his lung drained because of vaping, telling me the story while vaping. Like, huh? You stupid motherfucker. Like,
Hey, I'm like Brother Lynch, huh? What'd he say? Ain't no need in it if ain't no weed in it. Nigga, I'll be off the hook like a telephone with fucking with some of that light green seeds in it.
oh, he's saying me the story. He said not weed, by the way. Oh, so they just vaping like regular tobacco flavored, like strawberry flavored tobacco, like
Yo, not K2, K6, man. Shit.
shit.
You better leave that shit. You better blow that shit out. In the words of Jamie Foxx. You better blow that shit out.
Yeah, man, but you know, I don't like. I get it, man. I mean, to say that I don't get it in 2023 as to why we gravitate toward more evil, more scumbag, like sociopathic motherfuckers, like, like if I were to sit there and say that I was shocked, but the fact that I have to come and establish myself as a good guy and try to speak to the people like there is nothing wrong with being a good guy. You know, like, you know, if you're gonna be a good guy, be annoying with that shit. You know, you hear a bunch of niggas like, you know, some of these anti-manosphere spaces, you know, sitting up there like, man, them niggas is losers, man. Man, all they do is talk about women. Man, they ain't got no job. They ain't got no good job for real. Like, that's how these niggas be talking.
Mm-hmm.
Then, you know, you meet a guy that pops up as the good guy on the panel, be like, man, we supposed to be brothers, man. Man. So here's what I need for you to do tomorrow, man. Go find you a black business. You know.
I mean, but the thing is, that's hope though. That's largely hope for real, because
that's what they be talking about, man. Selling hope. Being a good guy.
Selling hope of a more highly integral brotherhood. And you know what I'm saying? But you know, all the talk about weed, you know, perhaps there need to be some weedings going on. And you know what I'm saying, smoke permits certain things to rise to the surfaces to be handled. So I mean, there is some necessity to it, even though I'd rather avoid it. I mean, I don't like dealing with beef unless we cutting in the physical, real talk. Plus, when it comes to the internet, it's like I'm not really beefing over the internet. It's, you know, it's largely people going, you know, information bar for information bar, if you will. But how are we weighing the information? Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. I'm still learning, because there are some unwritten rules to participating within the internet. And I'm still trying to learn all those rules.
Oh yeah, there sure the fuck is.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah, and
I get
what you're saying, man. Cause dudes be like, I'm gonna whoop your ass. No, I'm gonna whoop your ass, and then they several states apart on a YouTube channel. That shit be making me laugh, man. I'm like, y'all ain't gonna do shit, man. Y'all ain't gonna do a damn thing.
It shouldn't even get there. I mean, if it can stay at the information, you know what I'm saying, have someone basically stand on their research. You know what I'm saying? Let's stand on your work. If it's going to be information, then let's keep it at that. But I think also those on panels and the audience should have more definitive stances on what it is they're receiving, even if it is friction within it, right? Because largely it seemed like the audience in the chat tends to, you know what I'm saying, pretty much be in one lane. You might have like 2 or 3 detractors within the chat, but I think it needs to be more, you know what I'm saying, 45, 60, you know what I'm saying? That way you have a constant something that you're working towards. I mean, because I don't necessarily be looking for just for folks who agree within the chat. You know what I'm saying? You got those who disagree. Okay, but we got something that we can open up and
But
possibly, you know
I
what I'm saying,
don't
go
think
into a little bit
that
deeper.
I have ever presented it. I don't think that I've ever presented it like if you disagree with me, then I'm going to be the kind of guy that time you out, block you from the channel, like, you know, cuss you out. I've never
Yeah.
presented it like that, like
Right.
at all. And there have been content creators that do present it like that, you know, whoever you feel those content creators are, you know. So I don't see why, you know, me personally, I don't see why people will feel unwelcome in an environment like this unless, you know, they have taken the, you know, I don't like the people who are anti-black manosphere sentiment very seriously. I
Right.
mean, whether he says he's anti-black manosphere, he doesn't like black manosphere, but yet he comes over to this channel knowing my stance on the black manosphere, you know, which whether is probably one of the greater examples of how a person can, you know, disagree with what, you know, the collective over here is saying and still be able to thrive and deliver his thought process.
He's a
So
fair
that,
sport. He's a fair sport. He contends quite often, but he's a fair sport.
yeah, so, you know, for
Because
someone
you
to
don't have to agree. It ain't about agreeing. I mean,
yeah,
you know.
yeah. So someone to sit up there and say something like, "Oh, you just hide behind your audience." No, nigga. There are different points of view down there. I
Right.
mean, everybody doesn't have to say the same thing. Everybody doesn't have to agree. I mean, people and people can feel free to disagree with me even on that, but people who disagree can't prove it. They can't.
Right.
They have to stay within their thoughts and just be the way they'll continue to be week in and week out on this YouTube platform. You know, and you know, yeah, D, I agree with that. You don't, but there are those that do. Yeah, who do. Yeah, yeah, exactly. I mean, shit, you get timed out after one comment. And, you know, and a lot of the times, like the problem I used to run into in the past is there'll be somebody that would just like know me from another platform and have a moderator wrench and then just start timing me out of chat. So it's like the one thing that I understand that's gonna do is that's gonna push people, that's gonna push viewership away. That's why
Right.
I don't that's why I don't encourage like power tripping and just timing people out, you know, just for the hell of it. You know, that's not something that's not something that I too much condone over here. But at the same time, every channel ain't gotta be like me. If you want to be a content creator, you want to time motherfuckers out, you want to take their wrenches, you want to do stuff like that, that's cool. You do what the hell you want to do, you know. But what I'm saying is I've never presented the environment to where you couldn't come speak your mind.
Right.
You know. But you know,
I mean,
people
we're clearly you just exhibited that about 20 minutes ago. You know what I'm talking about? Fine example, sir. Fine example.
yeah. Yeah, but some people like I think the main problem with a lot of these people is they can't they have a problem with someone disagreeing with them or
Right.
someone giving them pushback. I mean, even if they say the same stupid shit week in and week out, wherever they go, as far as being in a live chat or hitting a panel, they saying the same stupid shit week in and week out. They feel more comfortable around a collective of people that just agrees with them. Now, granted, if someone starts saying stupid shit, you deserve to be disagreed with. You deserve it. It ain't gonna be the same everywhere you go. It's not the same everywhere I go. Yeah, there's been a couple of panels where people acted like I didn't know what the fuck I was talking about for real. So and it's that's okay because I know I'm not gonna win them all. It's not for
Right.
me to sit there and start a beef with someone and say, "Hey, fuck that nigga, fuck that nigga." Fuck, I mean, except
You
for
gonna
who I
respect my mind, nigga.
yeah. But you know, there's a guy who, you know, I had to get petty with in the chat the other day. I mean, I think you know who that guy is because I mean, I said something and then he passively aggressive said something back. And like, my thing is this: do not treat me like I'm some stupid ass country nigga up on this platform, because I will put your ass through the gauntlet. You know, it'd be to the point where you wouldn't want to respond anymore, because it's not like it's not like I'm gonna back down. It's like, if I want to be petty with you, I will be petty. You give me the opening, I'm gonna be petty as fuck. But at the same time, I am the wiser person. I'm not gonna waste too much time with you. I'm gonna crack a couple jokes and then I'm gonna keep it moving. But you know, as far as beefing, as far as continuously saying shit about the same person, I can't let people occupy my brain space like that. I can't do it. It's a waste of time. I'd rather focus more on whatever is best for this channel right here. And you know, to have created a smoke show so people can give their grievances really means to me, especially black men in particular, to me means that people really don't want the problem fixed. They want to continue to complain. They want to continue to be upset about something that can totally be fixed. And that's all I was trying to do.
Okay, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just thinking about something. Smoke show, right?
Yeah.
Now, just 100. What is it? Angry Man got a book out and everything. Shout out Angry Man. You know, new book, doing his thing, progressing.
Yeah, Angry got well. He finally released a book. He finally released a book.
Yeah, he got a new book out.
What's called the Angry Man Standard.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is. Yeah, and but the thing is, I noticed no one in the space have ever addressed his stark contrast with his stance on like colorism and shit, because he seemed to have a problem with dark skinned people.
Why?
So I don't know. Perhaps he came into some shit when he was younger. You know what I'm saying? Being where he's from, looking how he looks or whatever. But and I've heard this on several occasions, but nobody talks about it. And it's like, all right, what is it? Is it permitted to fly or something? Like you know what I'm saying? Because I remember I had little bit of tiff with him back in the day. But my thing is, when it came up, I noticed everybody was like, yeah, he has this, these views on dark skinned people or something like that. You know, you acting dark skinned or some shit like that. So I'm like, all right then. At what point do we stop hyper generalizing things and stop folks from hyper generalizing things and make them to actually stand on a square if this is supposed to be, you know what I'm saying, a group thing that we are engaging, as far as it goes with, even if it's not a group, let's say in allegiance to a principle, which is I guess, Black Manosphere, red pill perspective, or red pill rhetoric. But is he even? But the thing is, he's still not. Is he in the space, or does he still not claim the space, or what?
Man, I don't know. He just said plenty of times. I think they'll claim the space as far as that what they're entitled to, what they started or built, or what they laid the foundation for. But being an integral part, as in as far as a brotherhood, nah.
Okay.
Nah, he only fuck with a couple folks that fuck with this space, but it ain't like he's like woo woo Black Manosphere. It ain't like he's like that. Angry Man is Angry Man. I have no problem with dissenting opinions within the space, around the space, whoever feel as if they pioneered the space. But as far as the colorism jacket, I've done Teton light skin jokes. So and that was basically just to target AM1. That was it. That was what that whole thing was about.
Everybody, look, we all done the jokes. I mean, come on, all of us niggas up in this motherfucker. But his
Yeah.
stance that he takes is you know what I'm saying, it seemed like it would have a pilgrim, you know what I'm saying, giving that laugh that Dave Chappelle didn't like. You feel me? It
Uh,
seemed you know what I'm saying? It seemed like
no, I was I was
it got
getting
a
to
little bit
that.
more steam than it need to have within it.
I got
A little bit more steam.
I was getting to that, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, as far as that part, because of niggas like Jap and Angry Man, they come from the
Yeah.
same type of spite that, you know, like he Minister Jap has a real shitty viewpoint toward this space. You know, is he wants to be one of the ones that has put the space on his shoulders, but when there are other guys who claim the space as well and put the space on their shoulders, then all of a
Yeah.
sudden, you know, Jap is not with that type of camaraderie. You know,
Mm.
he was one of those guys, along with Angry Man, because I've heard this broadcast one day that was anticipating that they would start charging people to stream, so it would thin the herd. You know, they've said all
Okay.
kinds of crazy, kind of like hater type shit. I mean,
Right.
it is their points of view, of course, is like, you know, if they think if they think this way, they are allowed to think this way. But they are the kind of guys that don't respond. You can't respond to them. If you show up in their chats with that kind of thing,
Yeah, they'll boot you.
they'll boot you. They will time
Yeah.
you out. It's just
Yeah.
is you can't push back or have any type of you know, discourse to where you disagree with them. And
Okay, now that makes them haters though. In
yeah,
all reality, that
yeah,
makes
yeah,
them
yeah.
haters.
Some we gotta accept that some people are just haters, you know,
Yeah.
and there are people that do not come with any good intention. People who just aren't good guys. They're not
Yeah.
good guys. They're 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 not even bad guys in the sense of, you know, the gravity that it takes to be a bad guy. They're just annoying payasos, I would say. And I mean, Angry Man being a Latina, as he tries to call himself, he knows what payaso means. So
Is that what he is? I thought he was a nigga. I ain't know.
I mean, he won't that well they call him like Mexican or whatever, but you know, he just New Yorker. But it just
Okay.
I don't know what cultural background Angry Man is from, but to have vitriol, all like sentiment toward dark skinned people, I mean, it is when you think of a black person, an African American, a melanated person, what comes in your head?
Yeah.
For me, it's a dark skinned person. I'm not gonna see Rick Fox. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna see Roman Reigns. I'm not gonna see those guys. I'm not gonna see Roman Reigns. I'm gonna see Michael Jordan. I'm gonna see Oprah. You know,
You ain't gonna see Rick Fox. Now wait a minute. You ain't got no Rick Foxes in your family, cuz.
man. I mean, like, yeah. I mean, I was saying, like, we got all shades of black in all our families and everything, man. But when you think of a black person, man, you talk about Wesley Snipes, Bernie Mac. Now you ain't talking about no damn Steph Curry, bruh. You ain't talking about Steph Curry, man. Steph Curry pop on your head, man. I want to see me some melanated motherfucking Steph Curry gonna pop up
Oh,
in your
that's
head, man.
hilarious. That's hilarious. I mean, I don't know. I think the gamut of I think from dark skinned to beige. I mean, shit, is
Yeah,
Steph
yeah.
beige?
I ain't trying to be and D. I ain't trying to be everything either. Shout out to D down in the chat. No, I ain't trying to be everything either, man. But when you think about your average black person, what skin color are you gonna come up with?
I'm thinking like a chocolate motherfucker. Yeah.
Yeah. That's exactly.
Yeah.
So in essence, you talking about dark skinned people, you got a problem with black folks. Period.
Well,
You know,
yeah, of course. That's because the whole illusion of the abstraction. You know, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like people have issue with the whole dark skin and shit. Dark skins act different from light skins or whatever.
like
I'm like,
how?
all right, based off of what though?
Yeah.
You know, based off of what measurement of the dark and the lighters?
Yeah, yeah,
You know,
yeah. But yeah, that's what he is, man. That's what these dudes are on these platforms. They try to go for what's most controversial, and this the thing. I've never heard Angry Man express that sentiment, so that's why
I'll say go to my channel. Clarity before any Huckleberryisms, and you'll see him going there. That little bit like something me and him had, but it had me thinking like the whole dark skin thing. It's like how many of y'all supporting somebody who got an issue with a particular, you know what I'm saying, ethnic ethos that you can't adjust or change or something like that. You know what I mean? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? All for the sake of loyalty and shit. You know what I'm saying? It's, you know, because with him being what BGSA he was? He was a male advocacy, MRA, male rights advocacy or something like that. Is just light skinned motherfuckers, beige motherfuckers, not dark skinned niggas, cuz really?
Man,
You
when
know what I
people
mean?
say that, when people say that, they have to act in a way that encompasses that value. If you're gonna be up here for black men, then be specifically up here for black men. If you're gonna be a male rights advocate, be a men's right advocate. But you know, don't be a men's right advocate, and then when men show up, act like a bitch. You know, don't say you're advocating for black men, and then like I don't know, man, how like some of these dudes say it, but then like be much nicer to bitches that hate them than actual black men.
Yeah.
Like that's what I'm saying, man. And people have the right to call that kind of bullshit out, man. No matter who you are, no matter what level you feel like you're on, because like there's a lot of defeatisms in our community. And what we try to do as a people is we feel as if we're rising above all these defeatisms by trying to establish that this guy over here is more defeated than I am. So
ludicrous.
Yeah, Black YouTube Fanatic says this sounds like some bull. Okay, awesome. I mean, I can't sound like a genius level character to everybody, you know. But what's good, man? Thanks for coming.
Yeah, but what sounds like some bull? Be specific, please, Black YouTube Fanatic. Give us one bullet point, if you please. This is quite general.
Yeah, I mean, it's like they have the right to they have the right to feel how they feel, man.
Most certainly.
Like
this, clarity,
this is what we established over here. But what's good, Andre 416?
Good evening, everybody. Yeah, what I was gonna say earlier when you guys were talking about Angry Man. Sorry, I'm a little bit sick, so the voice all fucked up. But yeah, you guys were talking about Angry Man. Like I've been listening to him for the last couple years, and he said he was like some sort of Spanish, and he's black, and he said he's Irish.
Okay, a lot of us is that shit. Is shit. Ain't no nigga pure up in this motherfucker. Hell, I talk all that shit, but I got at least 11% pilgrim up in me.
At least 11%. Black
11.
YouTube Fanatic has clarified himself. He said black male activists being colorist.
Oh well, I mean, I don't know if he got an issue with dark skinned people. He's definitely a colorist.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But I think he was saying more along the lines of what I was saying about if you're going to be a men's right activist, don't frog up when men actually show up. I think you're speaking in that context. So thanks for the clarity.
Like Rogan, I'll check out that video you were talking about. Like I've never heard him say anything about like black men like that, but I have heard him in the past. Like there's a thing he used to say a lot, you know, like Latinas spell better, like in comparison to black women, which I thought was kind of fucked up to say, but
yeah. Okay. How you really feel? All right, then. But I mean, I don't know. don't know. I think it's just kind of convenient for motherfuckers to be getting support, right? But you know what I'm saying, can quickly make some detrimental distinctions. And it's like, well, what are we looking to build here? You know what I'm saying? What are we looking to build here? And to me, any element of anti-darkness, you know what I'm saying? To me, it's like you're feeding the matrix, you're feeding the system. You know what I'm saying? Okay, you're trying to connect somehow into a larger Pleasantville audience or some shit like that. And that's immediately why I project it, because I see black people as existing very particular within our position within the United States, and anything that goes toward a measurement of us, an interaction with us, an encounter with us, can be utilized as a social litmus test. You know what I'm saying, within the society, and some of that is, you know what I'm saying, run of the mill. You know what I'm saying, I hate niggas or some shit like that, but which is odd from coming from a seemingly so-called colored motherfucker. You feel me? Whether your ass is beige, light skinned, or whatever, your ass still colored up in this motherfucker. So
I'm gonna say this, man. Look, and I've said this years and years ago for people like Dwayne The Rock Johnson and
yeah,
Zoe Saldana, people like that. If they want to be part of other ethnic groups, even though we can obviously see Zoe Saldana who she is.
yeah,
It's like, don't accept the roles that are black roles. Don't
facts.
accept, like Nina Simone. They had Zoe Saldana play Nina Simone, and she
That was so
rails against being called a black person.
right.
She rails against it, but she said accepts black roles. If Angry Man does not want to be a black person, then well, what the hell is he doing in the black manosphere? I mean,
Yeah.
what I mean, he's the one that even coined the term, from what I hear, black manosphere. So that's kind of
That is hilarious. That is I didn't know that.
that's the most confusing part about this. Like, if he has a problem with, dark skinned motherfuckers, but he's the one that coined black manosphere. Like,
well, maybe it means dark manosphere. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe he meant that.
Maybe he meant the Negro sphere, not the dark Negro sphere.
Yeah, you gotta be somewhere in the middle. Goddamn, you gotta be fair around. Like, can't be. Yeah.
The Creole sphere, nigga.
That nigga said the Creoles. Not quite there, guys. Yeah, but being
Cortez says the brown sphere.
The brown sphere.
The brown sphere.
Yeah.
Indigo Flow, that whole Beano thing, like my understanding of it from how he explained it anyways, was basically you're not a part of the bullshit. Basically. You're not on some like Communita type shit.
So black in name only, meaning not black as in one's social connections, just black in name, meaning that the defaulted categorization of the group, meaning that, okay, I just happen to be black.
Pretty much.
All right, then.
So I got a sprinkle of it.
Yeah,
she is. Not all the way. I have to acknowledge.
Yeah. It's lightly dusted.
I gotta do the Tiger Woods.
Lightly sooted. You got some soot on you.
The Tiger Woods, inspired me to look at things this way.
Yeah.
And like these guys. rejecting the culture of the community.
Ain't no wrong with that, but I can dig it. I mean, all culture in the community ain't bad. Now, I mean, shit, what the fuck? It's just that some of the ill cultures are the ones that's taking center stage. You know what I'm saying? And also, dare I say, magnified by means of not only those within the community, but also, you know what I'm saying, private sector and government. I mean, niggas think it's only niggas when y'all judging this. Like it's only black people that's involved with the key influential factors and variables of the equation. It's not. That's not the case. Shit, we got a lot of sabotage.
I think
Unfortunately,
Cortez Smith said, Kev, he put this quote saying that if you don't want to smash fat black women, it's because you're D small, angry man. For real? He said that?
Right.
I'm not sure if he directly said that, but I've listened to him talk about that. You know, when he was basically going back and forth. Well, not really going back and forth, but kind of commenting. It seemed like he was commenting on Coach Greg Adams was basically, if you've ever listened to his content, he's always talking about flatbacks, right? Basically, Anchorman must have took offense to that. And yeah, I don't know. He was bringing up Jill Scott, talking about y'all niggas want to smash this. I'm like, I don't know about that one.
What? Because she did the little tongue gestures with the microphone that time, and
Well, he was just talking about that basically, men in general, but also mostly black men preferred thicker woman, whatever.
Mm.
Okay, thick or fat? Thick is not fat. A lot of y'all niggas think thick is fat. Think fat is thick.
What is the difference?
To me, what's the difference? The tightness of the body. Now, if she can be a big woman, and if she tight, she ain't fat. She just big. A lot of women. Y'all never fucked a chick that was 6'1", 6'2". You know what I'm saying? A lot of women. Yeah.
You notice people are quiet when you say. Oh Lord! I just now looked at your screen.
Yeah, some women is healthy in that department. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to their size, they might be a little bit bigger, but they don't mean her curves are no more or any less appealing than if she
said
was
curves.
You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm joking.
Her curves. Oh, you funny.
I'm just saying. I'll take the one on the left. The one on the right, maybe on a slow Tuesday. I can work with that.
Right. So, so yeah, female fitness models, they tend to be somewhat on the taller side of the game, right? And depending on how they're within, competition mode or whatever, you look, that's thick than a motherfucker. That's stacked brick house. Put it like that. Straight up brick motherfucking house. Not really rolled out or nothing like that. It's just, a lot of women. They don't mean she fat, but some cats is calling chicks who got BMIs of motherfucking 41 and above thick.
Okay.
What's that one girl? I almost said Amara La Negra, or what her name? You say her name all the time, Kev. What her name is?
What's about Amara La Negra?
Yeah, how tall is she? Ain't she like what, 6'1"?
I don't know. I could check it out.
The chick on the screen, is she thick or fat?
Man,
thick motherfucker, boy.
I'm just asking for a friend, I'm curious.
And she got a bonnet on too, goddamn.
That's ham hock thick right there.
So that's Bottega.
What the fuck?
Yeah, what about this right here? Thick.
I remember this picture with the teeth. Look, long as she put her partials in, she good, cuz we all good. It's all right. Shit, she take care of herself. Apparently, yeah. That's thick than the motherfucker.
So that's considered. So, but some people would mix that up with fat, though.
What?
This one
I
here.
don't think. Nah, neither one of them is fat. Shit,
No, it's the
I
same.
would.
It's the same person, fam. Did you know that?
Yeah,
Oh.
she got her teeth fixed.
Oh, she
Of
did.
course, she got her
Yeah.
teeth fixed.
Yeah,
And
so
she still got to GoFundMe to let people know to keep funding that Sherry got paid for already. Ain't that something?
Was she a thumb sucker, or she just lost in the fight?
No. She said something happened. Like I know she was drunk and she fell and bust her face.
Oh, somebody's
No,
hand.
That
Well,
chick
she-
right there, like I wouldn't even
I
really
say one
consider her
thing
thick.
for
She's
a Puerto Rican
borderline.
chick, her body nice though. So her teeth fucked up, but
Yeah.
her body nice. But some dudes don't care. She give you some head, and I'll forgive him.
Like Rogan said, said, as long as she put a partial in there, like good to go.
Yeah. She, I mean,
Give
I'm
you
thinking-
head, you don't have to worry about teeth.
Well, now you got the 3D machine now, cuz you know what I'm saying? We can 3D them shits and sand them down. Look, you learn all this shit in the shorts, or y'all just only watching them motherfuckers be idiots in the shorts. You know what I'm saying? There's some jewels in there as well. You know what I'm talking about?
I don't know about you guys, but I don't consider her thick.
Get your bad bitches broke teeth partial. Keep her at.
Like I
Oh,
don't
shit.
consider her thick. I think she's like borderline.
Who's borderline? What's up? You think she's borderline thick?
Yeah.
Her body good. You see pictures?
Nigga, look at them thighs, boy. What you talking about? She got the
No.
baby makers.
nigga, she got the Wonder Woman womb right there.
I don't mean borderline fat. I mean like borderline like thick and slim, basically.
She tall too though.
Like how tall?
man, I give her 5'10".
But this is
She
only
like
for
around
black women, though. They
I
don't wanna
give her
have
body a
this.
7.5.
Man, we talking about height, bro. Right, she 7 feet 5 inches, man. Like, no, but I know what you're saying, man. You on a scale of 1 to 10, you give her 7.5
for the body.
Yeah, but what about the intellect? Do y'all expect her to have a brain?
Nah.
Yeah,
I tell you one thing,
that's not a
she
factor.
one of them rough chicks, man. She'll beat a bitch ass.
Damn, is that a measurement for you, cuz? Like, you know what I'm saying? Let me see if this bitch can throw some things. Is that one of the is that one of the checks that they got to check off for you?
Throwing them things.
You know what I mean? What the fuck? Bitch, can you handle my lightweight? Come here, come here to every bag a couple times.
Like I've had this conversation a lot. Well, not that many times, but I've had this conversation a few times. It's like I'm not talking to a chick. Like I'm not wondering about her intellect. Like for me, I say like I got other uses for her head, but to each his own.
I mean, like, everybody, I understand everybody ain't Prince Akeem from the first coming to America said, his intellect as well as his loins or whatever, but I mean,
I want the woman that would arouse my intellect as well as my lungs. Where would you find such a woman?
But how much can you tolerate a stupid chick, though?
That's a good
not at all.
question.
Well, you got aggressively stupid and you have reserved stupid.
Oh hell
What would
no!
you choose?
I can't take a stupid chick, cuz it's just I can't. I'm too cerebral, homie. I'm way too cerebral. I don't give a damn how pretty she is. Pretty ain't new to me. So you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? You this fine dumb ass bitch, and you ain't and and you ain't gonna get no other fine chicks within your rotation. You know what I'm saying? Nah, sorry, can't do it. Gotta have brains.
Well, in my case, pretty or not, like as long as they don't talk too much, it works for me.
So are you guys really saying it's a chick that don't think?
So this one in particular, or?
That's part of being stupid.
a chick that doesn't think is part of being stupid.
That's a question.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Who
I'll
want to
let
be
that.
around
I'll
a
let
chick who
that.
don't think?
I'll
Who
let
want
that
to be around?
marinate.
Who want to be around a chick who don't think? I mean, unless you're paying for her, and it's just, you know what I'm saying, for a certain certain time, and she's supposed to be there for other capacities. You know what I'm saying?
What do we complain about the most in this space?
I don't know what.
Chicks that
Wait.
don't think.
Well, okay, but they need help.
Yeah,
They,
like this one.
Yeah.
I'm just throwing it out there. Y'all can go ahead and eat the meat, spit out the bones, whatever y'all want to do with it. But
Yeah, like this one right here.
That's what we're dealing with.
Yeah, Chaos Rain. There you go, man.
Look, it don't help that the motherfucking mop sign is there right in front of her. Everything just looks so low quality in this shit. Like, ugh. That's something that you see out here in Dallas all the time. These bitches, big bitches, just roll the fuck up out of bed.
I'm gonna take a shot in the dark. Is this in the South?
I'm going to assume it is.
Man, everybody else
That's
talking about the
wide
South,
back.
man.
Yeah.
Hey, but you know what though? I've seen this type of thing before too, man. So, I mean, it might be the South. Yeah, I seriously doubt it's Chicago in the middle of January, but you know,
I'm trying to think if I see anything like that out here. I'm really thinking downtown, the hood, check cashing places. I can't. No, I've seen some crazy stuff though in the hood, but you know what? I've seen worse. My bad. What am I talking about?
Bullshit.
Yeah, I just thought about that.
Cortez said, "Stop putting everything on the South."
I saw a chick going down. What was it, Slauson or was it Gage? She's walking down the street naked.
hey man, hey, Toy said take her picture down. You know the answer to that? No, I ain't taking your picture down.
No, she didn't say down. She said nah. Take it down. She be trying. Toya be trying Texas speak from time to time out here, y'all. It's interesting to watch her perform it.
I'm sure it is.
Them 2 degrees get in the way, baby. Not happening.
Hey man, Calvin Rogers, oh shit, stopping my eyes. I had to see it. Y'all got to see it too.
Yeah. This is one that you sleuthed a little bit, huh? That's what it was. All right. Cortez say L.A. and New York women look like that. God damn. D say Philadelphia, Bmore, Detroit. This is just an overall social ethos of black women now, huh? Just I don't give a fuck.
Like if you go deeper in LA, it's crazy. Like certain parts, you know, kind of conservative, but other parts, it's like, damn. And then what's so crazy when you see people looking like that, people act like they ain't see, you know, it's whatever.
Yeah. And I bet you the bitch got on some furry house shoes right next to that wet mop sign. I bet you she do.
And thinking good luck on staring for a long time. You get that eye contact, come to your car. What you looking at? So you just look down when they look your way, like, forget this.
Well, you just want my goodies. I'm like, huh? No.
Or, you know, how much you giving? No, I think this chick, because I remember, this chick was like butt naked, walking by what like in front of Burger King. I'm like, what the hell?
Man.
So, I remember it was things like that a little bit back in the late 80s, early 90s with that crack.
Yeah.
So it kind of took me back around those days.
Strawberry, man. Joe likes strawberry.
Yeah, crazy, man.
Yeah.
I mean, like for real, you know to solve a lot of this problem? If there was like at least one person when these people
Nixon.
are around. Like if there was at least one person when these people are around to say you need to fucking stop. Like that a lot of this shit tune in. Like seriously, people that ain't like, oh, I'm just minding my own business. Some business you ain't got to mind. Seriously.
Yeah. Nobody said nothing at the bus stop. Nobody said anything at the the lights. No one said anything. I'm like that. And my wife was like, is this how it's like in America? I said only some parts.
And the part that
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out is like, what made her to decide to go outside like this?
What do
Well,
you
I'm
mean
quite
made?
sure.
See, that's the issue. You say made as if they don't take the volition to do it.
Right.
Look, I've been watching this shit since 2002 out here, and it was odd, cause it was odd. I remember when they first started, cause it first started with the SpongeBob, cause at school they would have pajama day. You know what I'm saying? In high school, some goofy shit. But then
We're talking about on the screen. Okay.
you notice that people kept doing it though, and I figured that when I first saw it, I'm thinking, oh, okay, somebody just trying their own. They must have had pajama day at school. The first time I saw it, I didn't know what school the person went to or whatever, even if they were in the school. And I'm like, oh, they must have just had pajama day. But then I kept seeing a lot of people doing it. And I'm like, what the fuck is why everybody got on pajamas and shit? Then the chicks with the bags and the house shoe. I'm like, oh, these motherfuckers just leaving the house. It ain't no event. It ain't nothing special for them to be doing this shit. They just said, fuck it.
Yeah, this person right here definitely said fuck it.
Yeah.
And then like if you see it cropped out, there's another person right here, like holding the baby that if you look real closely, close to dressed the same way.
And yeah, I guess that is McDonald's, huh?
Yeah, that is McDonald's.
I thought it was McDonald's, but I wasn't sure.
Yeah, you see the big M on the bag, like the big yellow M. So yeah, that is McDonald's.
Oh, that is disgusting.
Could be a possibility that there's
Oh.
another place with a McDonald's bag, but I'm just going to assume it's McDonald's because they got the restaurant trash on the left.
And if you look real closely on her arm, like it looks like it's a paw that was tattooed that turned into a bear claw.
I thought it was a letter B.
Tell you the truth, man, I don't know what the fuck that is. I know it's a tattoo, but
You know what's crazy? Maybe it's an artistic eye of mine. You can literally see a normal arm on top and the extra skin, like coming down. You see it?
Yeah.
It's normal up there, and then that other stuff is excessive. It's like, lady.
Unused tricep. So, and this, but this is the thing. The ill part is, again, this is the question that I asked. With whatever motivated her to eventually feel comfortable to present herself as such, who enabled it at the beginning?
Lizzo.
You think it was Lizzo?
With a mixture of Sexy Red and all them other characters.
Mm-hmm.
Probably a mixture.
I would think that's part of the reason there, but I don't necessarily think it's who enabled her. It's like what Kev was saying earlier. Like she doesn't have anybody around her to tell her like it's not a good look. Basically,
ain't no niggas gonna tell me what to do. He gonna tell me what to do. That's one of them times.
For real.
Yeah, what they say, fat shaming and all that stuff. So I'm quite sure she was part of all that.
Okay, but what about decency? This is the issue. Like, how is that decency don't hit them? Like, they don't think they being indecent.
Oh, you got a roguish. Just tell them to spell it.
Exactly.
That'll be your answer right there.
That's the whole thing. It's not about like fat shaming in this case. Technically it is, but it's not so much that she's fucking way overweight. It's the fact that like what she's wearing. You don't see like skinny chicks.
So you trying to say she's thick?
No, she ain't thick. She's fat. But I'm not saying that my issue is not her being fat. It's just like you're fat and you're going out like that. Like
and you're going to McDonald's of all places.
On a serious note, that that is your candidate for all kinds of health issues, especially breast cancer.
Oh
Because
yeah.
you see right there how the arm is. I'm over here using my mouse like you guys can see it. How the arm is hanging. That's a lot of metal, a lot of excessive metal. That excessive metal goes to the breast. So definitely, I don't even know. Most likely, she didn't do no checkups or nothing like that. But most likely, she has some lumps up in there.
Yeah. Well, fellas, all I gotta say is this: goddamn, 2 of them.
Now I'm
feeling objectified by your male gaze.
Damn.
Wow.
That must be a
Right
fat
on point.
motherfucker that dislike the video.
Yeah,
Thumbs
God.
down for fat shaming.
No. I mean, even with this picture being up here the way it is, there's somebody somewhere talking about some, oh man, that's what they do in this space. They talking about black women.
And that
Cortez
bonnet,
Smith
though.
says she stunk up the whole restaurant. Now it smells like Captain D's.
Filet of fish for everybody. Some free filet of fish for everybody.
Oh, shit. Say, baby, you got a fish sandwich?
What's
Oh,
that guy's
shit.
name from Saturday Night Live? He said, I can get you a fish sandwich.
To our Leon
Oh,
Phelps.
Yeah, Leon. There
yeah.
you go.
Ladies man. Oh shit. That is, yeah, that's not good. But I see it so much around here. And it's a sad thing to have to get accustomed to, because it's like, where is these women worth coming from? Where are their worth coming from? And they go into a place and there's no other chick that looks like that, except another big black woman.
Oh shit. You know, goddamn well they don't care, man. They just waiting for a nigga to say something, man. They waiting for a Rogish to walk in and say some shit. You know,
Mhm.
like Rogish be like, man, you really ought to be ashamed of yourself. And then all she gonna do is turn around and say, you don't tell her what to do. That's it, man.
I mean, but that's the thing, though. Is should they be ashamed of themselves?
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a
they
minute.
do.
Yeah, they absolutely should be ashamed of themselves, but they ain't. I mean,
I
you
think
come out
I think we projecting though. That's the thing.
project.
We're
How we
projecting. Yeah.
projecting?
Why should
Man,
she feel
I would
shame if she?
never
Huh?
like I would never go to the store with no shirt on, with a bonnet on, with my stomach out, man. I would never do that, man.
Yeah, because you would feel shame. But this is the thing. We don't know what it takes for a chick to get to the dimensions of which she getting, and still feel however she feel about herself, and let's just say fully clothed, maybe clothed well and shit, but just, you know what I'm saying, too damn big to be, you know, prissing around or something. You know, got other things you need to be doing. Let alone leaving the house where it look like you got on a sports bra and your drawers. Like, you know what I mean? It's at 150 pounds over motherfucking weight.
Well,
It's like
obviously, she don't
that
have
bit
boy
that Chris
mouth.
Rock said. You know what I'm saying?
Like,
Where she said she got fat feet and she don't matter. She's just putting her foot in that pump and look like they baking bread in the shoe, and you can't tell her nothing.
well, I don't think she has any reason to be ashamed. Well, she definitely doesn't have a reason. She definitely has a reason to be ashamed, but like her own, like for herself, like she, like I'm talking about for like from her perspective, basically, she doesn't have a reason to be ashamed because like some homosexual nigga's gonna hit that. So why be ashamed?
You know what? That is true. That is true, unfortunately.
With the one leg up, too, huh?
Hell yeah, smelling all that shit. Everything she did that day, man, and possibly yesterday that as well. They gonna smell all of that shit, and that motherfucker gonna hit it with pride.
And be
And she,
baby daddy number 4.
she ate every shellfish that you can think of. That's what keeps
Yeah.
the smell going. Yeah.
Yeah. She probably say some shit like, you know, you getting in this pussy. You know, you getting in this like she say shit like that, man.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
Help them, Lord. Help them, Lord.
Help them all.
There was a comedian. I think it was name's like D-Ray Davis or whatever his name is. But a couple years ago, he had a show. I think it was on Netflix or whatever. But he was saying that we need to bring back bullying, and I completely agree with that because
Oh, it's too late for that. Bullying ain't gonna do nothing because the society has already granted the acceptance of it. So I mean, you know, and if you think about it, it's a further slight against the black community. And it seems like that, so this society is always trying to keep the black community in some eye of a slight unto this society. So and it's a really bad one. I mean, when it's like 70% of your women are obese, but not only are they obese, when you can see pattern, you can see the same fucking pattern of obesity in that, and no matter the state, and I mean that's ill, but that it's not considered an epidemic amongst black women themselves, right? That's the ill part. It's like, wait a minute, y'all cool with seeing each other like that? Because I would, if they said most brothers is, 88% obese and shit. And I know I ain't, right? But it'd be like, I wouldn't be cool with that ethos, with that, with you know what I'm saying, with that percentage. Like, yo, shit, we gotta do better. If these motherfuckers can rate us, you know what I'm saying, as an aggregate like that, you at least want to be able to present some element of quality. But 80, you know what I'm saying, like 77% obese, that's crazy.
We got to do better on it.
I mean, but that's the thing. They can't call you. See, I mean, you hear what Toya say she got to deal with. Shout out to Tell Toya. You know what I'm saying? I can't wait for the next show.
Leo gang.
You know what I mean? When it comes
Segment.
to sisters delivering critique of other sisters is never received as anything positive. I mean, you heard what the female experts say when it comes to like marriage counseling or something. I think you put it up like a week ago, Kev. This one sister said that whenever it's time for the women's amount of accountability, they want to quit the session and
Oh yeah,
fire them and shit. And it's like you know what I mean? So yeah, the society has already been fully acceptance of that, and let's say that the conditioning is damn near perfect if the female experts can't even get through to them.
well, I would say that because you said that it's not considered an epidemic, but that's part of what I was getting. Well, what I was trying to get to is that, when I was saying that, like, I agree with him saying that they need to bring back bullying because nobody's saying anything against this. So how are they going to see that it's a problem?
Bullying.
And then, like, in the manosphere with, like, not necessarily. Well, I mean, that is a big part of the issues that men are having here is these overweight women and all that other goofy shit. But sorry, I kind of lost my train of thought there.
It happens. Mac Drama Bear says America in general is obese, so it's hard to target just the black community. It's a societal problem at this point. Agreed. Definitely agreed.
But whenever they have a cold, what do we have?
The flu. Oh shit, motherfucking pneumonia. Yeah.
So we stand out.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
That's why I say you can always use us as a social litmus test within this nation. That's one of the, objective factors to our existence and our connection here.
Yeah, I remembered the end of what I was trying to say. But so when the guys here now, when they're trying to say stuff like this, you got content creators calling it shame, blame, and explain.
Oh boy.
So how's the problem ever going to
I
get
ain't
this?
touching that. That's their baby.
Yeah. Yeah, the whole SBE thing. Yeah. I've tried touching it, and it's not really effective when someone like me says it because I don't get the concept. As a whole, I get trying to negotiate with people who've already betrayed you over and over again. I get that, but I don't know, man. It just most of it just like we mad because hoes mad. Like it just seems that way, and I can't get around that. But so until I get around that part, then.
So you can just say, "Mama say knock you out."
I mean, you want to? Shit. You know?
Because she told me to do it, not me being mad, but she told me to knock you out. Shout out to LL.
Yeah.
Is
My
that,
understanding is
if when you think about it, is that kind of hella gynocrical when you think about it?
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Mama said knock you out. I'm gonna knock you out. Mama
Mhm.
said
I still can't get into that song.
I didn't get it when I was younger, cause I didn't.
All the other
What was
songs,
it?
man, was tight,
It
but
was
that one,
simple.
shit.
Yeah,
Because I think Jiggling Baby was on that same album, wasn't it?
I think that was the Mr. Smith album. I had a homie used
I
to
can only think
play
back.
that shit all the time. Yeah.
Yeah, Legal Search, To the Break of Dawn, shit, all that. That was a pocket for him right at that time. But Mama Say Knock You Out, I don't know. I was like, turn.
Mama said knock you out was on Walking with the Panther.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was on Walking with the Panther.
Oh, so that was 80. What was that? 88.
What?
No, I think it was like more like 89, 90. Walking with the Panther was 89, 90.
All right. Yeah, Mr. Smith was around 90, 94.
Oh, the one with Hey Love on and all that. You trying to
Yeah.
be smooth, LL Cool J?
Yeah.
Smooth as eggs. Like, yeah,
that was a minute. Smooth as eggs.
Yeah, you know what? Okay, it said it was released in 91.
Okay.
Walking with the Panther came out in June.
Yeah, it was in the 80s, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Walking with the Panther.
89. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm reading right. It says released in 1991.
No, Mama Said Knock You Out was after Walking with the Panther.
Yeah, because I mean that was that whole album was his comeback album.
Wait a minute, y'all might be right, man. Shoot,
I'm just reading it right here. What's the name of the damn album? Oh, the album was called Mama Say Knock You Out.
Oh, that was the name of the album?
I think I had it too. I got a whole bunch of hip hop stuff back there.
I thought that would have been a single, but
yeah, because that's when it's a black and white album, and he got his frame in there with his face, chest, and he got like the little Radio Raheem rings.
And if you think about it, remember when Keenan M spoofed it? So that had to be the 90s, yeah.
Yeah, Mama Said Knock You Out was 1990. Walking with the Panther was 1989.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the one that was like, because how you gonna follow Rock the Bells with Walk with a Panther? It's like okay. He had to. I think he had to really.
That's when he was going commercial, though. That's when everybody was
hard.
like, "All right,
Rock the Bells.
What's the best way we can get out here and entertain these pilgrims, man? What do the pilgrims like? Let's get away from this funky shit."
Yeah,
kill me with that
Rock the Bells. That's still like, I don't know, man. Like maybe because it's my generation, but it's hard to follow that one. So as soon as it come on, LL Cool J is hard as hell, man. As soon as you hear that, it's like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Between that and Peter Piper, it's like, ooh.
Yeah, let me see. Cool. Remember the beef he had with Cool Mo D?
Yeah, just young against old, man, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like Leonardo da Vinci versus Michelangelo.
Yeah.
But I did side with Kumo D because he was more mature. you know, had the gear and everything. He was always on the positive tip as far as black people. LL, all he did was lick his lips and scream in the microphone and flex.
How you like the knob?
But yeah, I meant Kumo D was. LL was the future. Kumo D was the past. You know.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
What's that? Oh yeah, what was the line? I'm bigger and better. Forget about Deffa.
Forget about Deffa.
Yeah, and LL Cool J album was named Bigger and Deffa.
Yeah.
And then everybody was like, ooh, he said that shit.
The good part about it is both of them are still living.
Yeah.
That's the good part about it. But yeah, I wasn't that impressed with LL compared to a lot of people, but I did admire him. I did give him his props.
He's
killing it now with his tributes that he's doing and actually taking a conscious stand with being a curator of the culture. He's killing the game now.
You talking about LL?
Yep. That Rockefeller said it's going to be an anchor, cuz, for real.
Well, they're going to probably say that the Puerto Ricans created Rock the Bells because it was ringing in Cuba. You know, the Jamaicans created it, so because LL has some Caribbean in his blood, so.
I figure most cats did from over there. You know what I mean?
Does he? I didn't know that.
That is I think it's the most twisted argument out there with this hip hop thing. It's extremely twisted.
I mean, yeah, but if they all start off sampling James Brown, I don't give a fuck where the fuck they say it came from. If it got the funk in it, the funk ain't from nowhere but from here, and particularly where niggas is at.
Yeah, they have. I mean, if you look at the biggest gripes, they're two different arguments. But one thing that I did notice is when they go back and forth, only the Puerto Ricans are saying it's a Bronx thing. Everybody else needs to stay out of it. Ain't no black people out there in New York saying it's a Bronx thing. Y'all need to stay out of it. They, people get. I don't know. Remember me and Rogish, we talked about this.
Yeah.
We gave them the keys as a guest, but we left the house. So now they feeling comfortable. They got their feet on the couch, and so how you gonna come back and complain when you left the house? It's just about people feeling too comfortable, man. I think that's what it is.
But they can only. But that's the ill part. They can only get comfortable if being granted to be that comfortable. The thing is, black people don't understand one, what culture is, what culture does, and how they're supposed, what's best to interact with when it comes to placing one's culture within the market, especially this particular market. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't understand that their cultural product is still connected to them, and it's still connected to where they come from and everything and everyone there. It's not just, okay, these are my songs. Man, you didn't write this shit yourself. I mean, you probably, you put it together yourself, but all the elements that went into your inspiration, your motivation and all that, that's all, everything that's connected to you. You still, this is why the Chinese, certain Chinese people or certain Chinese groups try to battle, wanted to battle Bruce Lee over here in the United States. You know what I'm saying? From over in China, like, hey, what you doing teaching them motherfuckers everything?
It's in the triads after that, huh?
Yeah, because they understand what culture actually is. It's the essence of you.
Yeah,
it ain't just music.
But what I see, and hopefully people will come to peace, but be a little honest, because I understand. I think the biggest part that I probably, maybe not just Puerto Ricans, but some of the Latinos understand it's an issue what was going on between, I guess, the early 70s and the late 70s.
Right.
But I guess the Latinos are thinking that since you're not talking about the late 70s or even the 80s, you're not including them. And it's like, no, I think the bottom line is they're trying to make sure that you get a whole understanding of the genesis of it to what made it what it was. And the thing that I just keep scratching my head is that it's like, wait a minute. Obviously it was a fried chicken and watermelon black thing in New York. Let's just keep it real.
Right.
Anyone else that came from outside had to fit in.
Right.
It had to fit in that whole black thing. So
there's a YouTube video. There's a YouTube channel called The Culture Since 72. And they actually still hold on and are connected to people like Coke La Rock and all them who was actually rocking, hip hop in 1972. And they'll let you know it was nobody else around but black people. If anybody, if there was any other people that was around at that time, they were actually contending against them. They said back in those times, they said we had to fight the Latinos. They said we had to fight the white boys and the people in Bensonhurst and all that shit. Like they go through it.
But what gets me, man? Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. So it's like, okay, if you have the ones who are originally and still there at the areas where it was birthed and everything, and can give you the actual living history. What is all this hubbub that people are trying to do? You know what I'm saying? Again, you get right back to the power of culture. What culture actually is. It's not just music to black people. It's supposed to be power, but I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Well, the fact that you got like thousands of black people, pretty much partaking with, with that whole thing. Cause, just people don't talk about this a lot, but remember, if you read history, one of the main reasons why this stuff was emerging because they took the music out of the schools.
Yep. That's why you went for the records.
So they found their way, because remember, they took dance out of the schools. All the elements of hip hop, they took it out of the schools.
Yeah.
So dance, you got the breaks, like the breaks is that, and then you got the graffiti or whatever, which is kind of like it morphed later on. Then you have like the MC and you have the breaks. That's musicianship right there. So when you have those things where it's being expressed and it's being participated with, one, you pay homage to that, but also I think the fact that I was mentioning you have thousands of people partaking in that, and you have only like a handful, not even that, probably a few Latinos there because they had to sneak out of the house. They had to make sure their parents or their people didn't know that they were with these Morenos.
These mayates.
So they're acting like everybody was just like holding hands and singing and like, hey, we all family. No, they had to sneak and be with. Think about it, man. They had to sneak and be with us. And it was only a few of them. And on top of that, some of them had to, boost their hair out like froze and get tans and try to walk like George Jefferson and Shaft and all. They had to. There was only a few of them at that time. So the fact that you got a few of them, and the thing is, and I heard this from a Puerto Rican brother. This was on Star Channel, the brother Star.
Yeah.
He asked, it's like, he was back and forth with that fine old chick named Jenny.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, if us Puerto Ricans, all that you said, where are we now? She was quiet when he said that, and I thought about, I said, because if you made that much of an impact, like you said, like the whole 50-50 and all that.
Yeah.
One, why aren't you still hanging with the black folks? Why are you doing only things with only Puerto Rican people now?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Why didn't the social relations become more enriched? You know what I'm saying? If that was a genuine effort that was put forward to it.
Thank you. So that's my whole thing. It's not to disparage Latinos or anything like that, but you got to tell the story right.
Yeah.
You know, especially the people, because we're shell shocked now. I mean, we're like, you know, as soon as we hear about somebody stealing stuff or whatever,
Yeah.
we say something now.
Oh, for sure. For sure. I stay on what the fuck mode because I wasn't I had to learn about rock from a secondhand perspective. And I was hearing certain vibes in it where I'm like, this don't just come from pilgrims. Because I wasn't used, you know what I'm saying, to the pilgrims around me being that rhythmic like that. But they was listening to rock and it's like this ain't y'all music. And then, you know what I'm saying, some years pass and you learn that, oh, okay, nah, this is ours. And
But you
everything
know
that
what?
came before
I
it.
thought it was theirs. When I was real young, I
Yeah.
was like, that's white people music. That's white, you know. I didn't know about Jimi Hendrix until I got into until I got to middle school.
Yeah.
I didn't know about was it Thin Lizzy? The Boys Are Back in Town.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know about them. I didn't know about them. I didn't know that the distorted guitar was pretty much more favored with black people.
Yep.
At that time, and it kind of phased out. And that's one of the things. Just remember, y'all gonna laugh because y'all old enough to remember. Remember when Hip Hop Hooray came out?
Yeah, I remember. 93.
How did that song get destroyed? When they start putting on Kool-Aid commercials and car commercials.
Yeah,
they
they got hella commercial. They got hella commercial.
we stopped listening. Like, oh hell no, you know. And that's what it seems like when more people start well, I ain't gonna say infiltrate, but when they start really getting into quote unquote the culture or whatever, we leave and leave that behind and do something else.
Yeah, and that's the ill part. It is we leave it, but the ill part is that we sell it because again we don't know what it's connected to. Like Hip Hop Hooray was such a crazy hybrid. It was instant electric. You know, you got the Jackson 5 sample, but they blended it so well. You
that was
almost
Isley Brothers. You thinking about OPP?
Okay, my bad. Yeah, I am thinking.
Hey, real quick. Let me call out this super chat from Andre 416 Reform.
Are you asleep, Andre?
Said listening and learning.
Okay.
I'm pulling an all-nighter tonight. I had to.
Okay, go ahead, Kev.
He said listening and learning. Thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, because usually when about this time, I was like, I'm trying to make sure Andre hear him get his flowers, you know, because he'd be out, boy.
Yeah, I'll be knocking out.
you a peaceful sleeper, man. Because sometimes you quiet and you're not even on mute. I'm like, man, he don't snore at all.
Everybody don't snore, cuz, you know what I'm saying?
I thought I muted my mic.
Yes.
I've been like catching the replays to double check. I'm having some nightmares, so yeah.
Yeah, but for sure, man, you know, because we always, and I mean, I think I can speak for most of us. We love it when other nationalities join in the genre of hip hop. I just, you know, I think we just have an issue where, you know, you try to bite off more than they can chew. I think that's the issue.
It's not that we love it. The thing is, Black people want acceptance, and there's many different ways in how they'll show that they desire it. But in that acceptance, they'll permit themselves to be lessened, to be marginalized. That's the issue. The issue is the permittance of the marginalization for the so-called acceptance. So that lets you know that, you know what I'm saying, we're people who have inner worth issues, intrinsic worth issues.
So I'm going to go back again, you know, because I think people even in the chat here, they're personalizing it. We're talking about a large group of Black people that damn near did the parting of the Red Sea to damn near everything we created.
Right.
Even down to Ray Charles doing country western with Willie Nelson.
Damn.
Okay. I mean, I'm just gonna keep it real.
Yeah.
Whether you love it, I put it this way, dog. You're not going to do what do you call it? Beach Street with a bunch of people that you don't like to be with.
That's true.
You're not going to do Crush Groove with a lot of people you don't want to be with. Come on, do Sheila E. Crush Groove.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fine as hell, but hip hop. Sheila E.
Yeah.
But she shared the stage with Curtis Blow and Run DMC.
Yeah.
And the Fat Boys.
Yeah. LL too.
So we can take all. I mean, we got to take all of the. We got to take the, what do you call it? The personal stuff out there and look at the big picture.
Yeah.
You know, we've been. I mean, think about it. Who would ever thought that we were the pioneers of country western? You ever thought? I mean, think about it. Because think about it. We can't even. Only people that we can name right now is what? Darius Rucker and Charlie Pride. Right? But that was our shit though. But the only ones that come to the average person mind, and me saying that, I think the average person don't even know who Charlie Pride is.
I don't know what that is.
I know who that is.
Yeah, like our age, yeah. And then maybe a few people might know who Darius Rucker is, like Hootie and the Blowfish, you know. But country western was 100% black. Can we name any country western singers from back in the day that are black?
Yeah.
You see how much they scrubbed that off? They scrubbed the hell out of that.
Yeah, now they call it rockabilly, and they took over that shit.
So I'm just saying, is that that's how we've been. And the thing is, this is probably a good opportunity to protect what you have left of what you created, or not even protect. Yeah, I don't know if I want to say protect or just preserve.
I don't know. It's too late. It's too late. It's done because the younger generations got whatever chronic pilgrim acceptance syndrome that the older generations ain't. You know what I'm saying? Cured within us. These younger generations is being hyperized with that, and also digitized, or what that word. So I think it's done. I think what it is, as BGS says, we're looking at the complete amalgamation or admixture of our people, our sector, our culture, all that. We're just going to be a living people of. I think it was D. Scott. Shout out to D. Scott. He said that
you're going to be people of color, which they
not people of color. We what did he say? We are the ethos of the start of this nation in the way of how people in, I guess, certain parts of, I think, say Western Africa would identify the Yoruba. Only, you know what I'm saying? And the only thing is, we're still a living people. That's the ill part. It's like the way how people operate with our culture within this nation. You would think that we'd be dead and gone, and you know what I'm saying, the way that they take from it. But we're living right beside these. It's as they do it.
But I'm gonna bring you back to earth, because I think you kind of said this too.
Yeah.
Our dysfunction feeds people.
Yeah.
So, they can try to take and steal all they want, but if we don't have anything else that they can highlight, it's done. So therefore, they're gonna have to either do the whole Bruno Mars thing where he said, well, black people started this. I mean, it's going to have to come to the point to where you got to leave some things behind and keep that battery charged. If not, you ain't got nothing.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So what I wanted to say was, is kind of in response to Rogish and also to you, Art. Well, this part of it, anyways, was basically, well, for one, can you post the name of the guy that you said that, like, because you were saying that like black people started country music. I never knew anything about that.
Yeah,
Like
you
our
can. I
culture
mean, you
dates
can.
back
You
then.
can Google that. But what I'm saying, I mean, just remember Charlie Pride. That's the old school one. And then
Charlie
Mal.
Pride.
I mean, but Darius Rucker, he's old school too. Now he came out in the '90s. So I
And
don't know who
also,
else. You got Lil Nas X.
yeah, let's not talk about that.
I'm just
Like I
saying, you
said,
know.
I liked him at first. I
And he
was
let
like,
his
yeah,
fool in the schools too.
Yep.
when he first came out, I liked him, but then he
Shit.
started going
Don't say that
sideways.
no
What was there
more,
to like
man.
about this motherfucker? I saw that shit coming. What was there to like about this man? He just came out of nowhere and all of a sudden he's a superstar.
No,
You
Fuck
let
out.
him
I
come
was
to
liking the fact
schools,
that he was a
man.
black man that was like what it seemed to me was that he was coming into their space and doing what they could do, and you know he had like he's getting a lot of attention basically. But back to my original point or what I was originally saying, Rogan, when you were talking about earlier, like I responded. I don't know if you heard me, but I was saying that like black people started rock.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Now,
I heard
here's the
about
thing
it and I
before you
read
go
about it.
further. When we
Yeah.
make these statements, it's always good to have names. Now, we talking about rock and roll, we got plenty of names.
Right.
But country western, good luck.
I
Yeah,
I would say maybe Rucker and that was it. I mean, there's another cat within the last I think 15 years
Oh,
out
no, I'm talking
here.
about country western. This is during like a little bit after post slavery. That was country western.
Right. But okay, wait a minute. Was it considered country western or was it considered bluegrass or what?
Well, bluegrass is Tennessee, I believe, but
Right.
um
I'm trying to think which one came first.
I don't I couldn't say,
Because
but hands down
because
the
you got the blues and then you have
that's mostly
folk,
gospel.
right? And
'Cause-
now pilgrims usually say that, you know what I'm saying, they started folk music and shit. Folk meaning what?
That's folk. That's from blues.
Okay.
They took it from blues
Yeah.
storytelling.
Yeah.
like
Okay.
Rogan. So I don't remember the show that I was watching. It was a show or a movie or documentary, one of the three. But either way, like they mentioned on that Elvis he was going to like jazz clubs and shit, and there was other notable names. I think one of them
Yeah,
was
yeah.
the
It's
Beatles,
called juke
possibly.
joints. He was going to juke
Yeah,
joints, hole in the walls. That's what they call them. But
yeah,
go
and
ahead,
he was
fam.
there fucking observing and listening and stealing shit. But it is what it is. You know how it goes.
I
But
mean,
here's
you
the
go
thing.
go
Oh, go
you
ahead.
go
Go
where
ahead.
you know
Finish.
people are good. You know what I'm saying? Back in those days when they called it race music and they wouldn't say black.
Yeah, a lot of the people in the UK call it race music.
Yep.
But the part that's very important, and we keep talking to Andre like he's a teenager. This dude is like past 30. But the thing is, when young folks start talking about this stuff, it's always best to throw down some names and dates.
Mm.
Because that's what's going on with this hip hop thing right now. Because there's something in the sauce where a lot of these young folks wait a minute, when people starting to make claims about hip hop, you got a lot of young folks fighting against the narratives now. But they're having a hard time because remember that whole thing about young versus old?
Yeah.
They're still trying to make sure they link up with the OGs that were around back in that time so they can, make things clear. But, people don't forget. I don't need you old N-word and all that kind of stuff. So now this is the time to make some kind of what do you call it? Come to Jesus moment. And say, tell me what it was like back then, so I can have some weapons. Because right now, they kind of know instinctively, like, hey, this is not all what you're saying. And then you are having a handful of people come out and like, hey, no, it's not what these guys are saying, blah blah blah. this is the time to take your, the young folks take their technology and all this kind of stuff. And then,
Well, with TikTok, that's what people are doing on TikTok. On TikTok,
yeah,
people are largely becoming info warriors on TikTok,
Like,
and I've seen some interesting things. I mean, and even in the vein of the automated created channels, you're starting to see a lot more, pro Black history channels like that, and that's a trip to see. That is very, very interesting to see. Um, but my fear is that as people partake of that content, they're going to merely get charged up to try to throw it in the face of non-Black people. Like, look and see what we did. You can't treat us like blah blah blah. As opposed to embrace it themselves and understand. Okay, well let's get a deeper understanding, even more so, understanding of perpetuating this information, perpetuating that star, possibly institutionalizing this. So as opposed to just trying to throw it up a white folks' face and hey, you can't steal or whatever.
most likely, the part I think that the younger folks have, as far as opportunity, is to have substance with their response.
Mhm.
Because most of the time you hear it on these spaces, a lot of people have these disagreement moments and responses, but with no data.
Mhm.
And so this is their opportunity to respond with something to bring to the table to, keep them from doing what they did in the past. Now, as far as the ones that are like tapping people on the shoulder and saying, hey, I invented hip hop and walk away, ain't that many of them,
Mhm.
But as far as the ones that have this thing to where the part that I'm kind of what I'm welcoming is you find value of what your ancestors did.
Mhm.
And you don't want to see anybody just walk away and do anything with it. That's a start. But
that should be. You said that's the start, right?
that's a start
That
because it's
that
been a while since they've been on that.
I'm saying, no, but that to me that should be the initiating motivation, man. Because everybody else got something. This is something that I saw that just hit me when I was young. Like everybody
Look at
else
hip
got
hop in the
something.
last 20 years though.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, it's definitely not ours no more. And with hip hop, I think it's largely, I say it's the so-called greats of hip hop. They just gave it over because again, they were largely ignorant. I ain't gonna say that they knew, you know, accurately, but they were largely ignorant to what culture actually is. What Black people need to do is define culture for ourselves first and foremost, and then we'll understand what it is we're creating and how to. Let's say that before placing it within market, put an adequate price on the motherfucker.
hey, Rogish, I wanted to ask you a question. Since we're speaking about hip hop, have you seen the show The Get Down on Netflix? It was partially
Yeah,
directed by Nas.
yeah. I saw that. That was a joint was dope too.
Yeah, yeah, it was a pretty good show. I'm not
Yeah,
I'm not really surprised they discontinued that show.
yeah. It was telling a lot. It was telling a lot, and it was getting into. I think once it went into, it was very nuanced. Um,
Well, sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you.
my bad.
I,
You
I
said
just
you got a
wanted to say
second question, but go ahead. Continue. My bad.
for the people that never seen the show, basically it's talking about like the history of hip hop and the evolution.
Yeah, probably from his standpoint, because there's so many different narratives about it. Some people have been trying to say it's 69 instead of 73, So it's so many of them.
No.
But overall, I think the part I'm trying to see what I was going to address Rogish with. Oh, the part that's very important is advocacy. Now,
Mm.
all the stuff that I've been seeing, I can understand from personal experience. because if you're an artist, it's kind of hard to maintain your artistry when you have to be the promoter, the producer, the book, the
Right.
all these different. When you're doing all these different things,
Mm.
you can't even create as much like you want to.
Yeah, too much of an executive role.
So this is what's happening with these old cats, Spoonie G and all them.
Right.
When they had to do all this stuff, but they didn't have anybody to really do the work for them, and the ones that did the work for them took their money. They
Right.
were going through that all that time, and so later on, the ones that were more promoted, as y'all know, were the ones that were least talented than the ones that were, putting putting us on the map. Because the reason why they had to promote the ones that were least talented is so they can replace them if things didn't go right. So
Right.
and some people slip through the cracks, some people that we admire and like, and they got some skills, but for the most part, it's the whole cookie cutting process. And they did the same thing to these rappers that they did to Michael. We're thinking that Michael got all his money, he do whatever he want, and after he passed away, we found out his money wasn't even his money. If they did that to Michael, imagine what they did to these rappers. So they large in life, doing all these different things, and all of a sudden they probably sneezed wrong or did something wrong or said something wrong in public or whatever. All of a sudden they strung out. That easy.
Like I see what you mean, man. They make their handlers mad, and all of a sudden it's like they ain't got all this money anymore. You think that by the way they present themselves that they're able to bounce back real easy, go somewhere. And I always wonder why like these people be singing forever. Acts that were from the 70s and from the 80s and even from the 90s, they're still performing till this day as nostalgic acts.
Still on drugs too, by the way.
Yeah. So
never went to jail. I'm just saying.
He said still on drugs too. I mean, but the thing is, to be an entertainer, remember we are talking about Holly Weird. So they say there are specific contracts out there where you go till you can't go no more. You know what I'm saying? And you also think about what it is that they're putting out. If let's say that it was largely something that caused not necessarily confusion, but something that could cause a temporary disruption so that there are other measures that to be taken to engage it. It's just like Art said, the whole cookie cutter thing. You select something, you select a lower quality so that you can replace it, but so that you can also get the appetite put out there that, okay, you know what I'm saying? Like okay, Big L versus Jay-Z, right? When you heard them on that live radio show that time, and L just killed it, right? Now Hove is known to be one of the best. Everybody say, "Oh, he's one of the best. He's one of the best." Well, most of the people who the culture put him up against, not the industry, most of the people who the culture, you know what I'm saying, put him up against, I guess if there was some rival or something, he never stood up to him because the people knew what was fresh. People knew what was hot.
That's before my time. I never knew they were beefing. Like I heard that Jay-Z was trying to sign him, bro.
Yeah, I mean they say Big L was wild though. You know what I'm saying? They say he was really wild with it. But again, look at how it turned out with Hove, right? Not saying that they could, cookie cutter him, but if you do become an archetype, you become an archetype, and if that archetype is helpful for, overall the industry, as X would say, then it's gonna happen like that. Again, it's all up to us understanding what it is that what culture is, what our particular culture is that we create, or our style of similar culture as everybody else. Because we just largely got styled as Dr. Cosby would say in the past. like, yeah, you got to give a style. It means something, but what does it mean to us? And what does it
Absolutely.
mean to us unto us? Not for the sake of America and all that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
At what point are we going to define who we are?
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. That's probably going to be the harder. That's why I think they're really trying to avoid the whole reparations thing, because the key word is freedom. So the fact that we create things and somebody got their hand in it, we never have freedom. You know, that's why that's another thing too. See, it's sort of like we're paying for being generous. So going back to the whole hip hop argument or whatever, the fact that we had a guy that joined in and he learned how to do some what do you call it, DJing, and another guy took some photos and we danced together a few times. You know, as a guest, we sort of pay for that years later.
Right.
I hate to say it, because basically, instead of being humble, say, "Hey, man, I really appreciate you guys taking me in. You know, times are hard back between blacks and Mexico or Latinos, but hey, we made history, man. I really, you know, I'm even though I hang around with Latinos only now, you know, you guys still my brother." They should have been on that. You know what I mean? Instead of all this, no, man, I deserve a spot here, and this is that, and we did this, and we did. I'm like, bruh.
But isn't that the way you treat black people in the United States? I mean,
Entitlement.
who doesn't get that lesson when they arrive here? Because if that's the way that the nation teaches you, that they, you know, let's say they systemically set up the nation to rock like that, but also the people within the nation. Now we already understand the Pilgrims are going to have their ethos with it, but at what point is everybody else not brainwashed to the point to where that's the way they're going to value us? All right, well, let's just see what we can get out of them, because we know you can get something out of them.
And they demand it too.
Yeah. Again, so like Kev said, to define ourselves, who the fuck are we to us? And because it all starts with us, and then everything from us will be able to fall into, you know what I'm saying, adequate accountability of however we plan it or issue it, or even distribution. But this is, and I'll end with this. When we chose black, America was the first one that had an issue with black. The government took measures to where we go, let's not let them use black no more, African American. Do y'all remember the name change? Do you remember how you felt when you heard, all right, we're not black no more? It's like, why not? What's wrong with it? We're African American. All right, wait a minute. Is it because I thought black people put in for that shit simply because they had African on it? And it was America or something. I'm like, okay, maybe this was something that black people, y'all said some caucus or something put in for it, and that's where the change come from. But after that, once we became African American, the power of blackness, it dispersed. We no longer had it. You know what I'm saying? On some
Hey,
Dragon
man,
Ball Z
we're
Shinron
cartoon
shit.
characters, man.
Huh?
We just number cartoon characters.
That's it, bro.
You know?
But and this is the ill part. Okay, that means our humanity has completely been not only just, you know, stripped of us, but even further socialized. So you know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's a conundrum, man. It's a conundrum because you're only going to be an abstraction at your most of being. Everybody can be black now. Peckerwoods Woods can be black now. You know what I'm talking about?
You were probably real young when this came, because I was young when this came out. Blackness, like pro-blackness, soul brother this and all that, that was really commercialized. They had an Nabiscuit commercial. Mama gonna work it out. Bruh. It was, oh man, I don't know if that was good or bad, but for the most part, you talking about identifying.
That's shit.
Bruh, you had white folks like fluffing their hair out to have froze. I mean, we talking about in large numbers. It wasn't no little small like white mics. It was like a whole bunch of all that in the 70s. So, and
that would have been disgusting for me. That would have been absolutely disgusting to me.
That was a time like, you know, some of the brothers, like the older brothers, they would tell you that as far as getting the white cooch, that was the part of the Red Sea right there. Around that time, you know,
White
they,
hoes was going, huh? They was going.
bruh,
Remember what y'all call them back then? Gray girls. The gray guys was going.
they had to slow it down in the 80s, but it's still going on. But in the 70s, so, and you know, because I mean, damn near everybody that around that time that were older got the same story,
Mm.
you know. But for the most part, man, as far as that black identity thing,
Yeah.
I even heard that you were able to get the job if you put the Nation of Islam on your resume. That's things like that, man. It's like what? So
Wow.
anything that was like black was welcome from everybody. You know, we had to pay homage to Muhammad Ali because he made being black sexy around that Jim Brown. You know, all those 70s icons on the map as far as blackness without it being dangerous.
Right.
So like I said, I don't know if that's good or yeah, because you know how to say, ooh, black, I'm afraid. You know.
Yeah.
So
Black
I
Power's
think
gonna
that
get you, Whitey.
yeah, man. I think that was probably the best time, or not best time. That's probably your best opportunity to really take it a step further. But the only problem was crack came later on in the late 70s.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it was done after that.
when that crack, start to emerge, because remember, a lot of people couldn't afford cocaine.
Yeah.
You know, cocaine was too expensive. So, I mean, I think we can definitely give Rick Ross some credit as far as finding a way to market, making it more marketable and affordable. Because, that was a party drug. And the thing is that supposedly only thing that people had most of the time was what? Weed.
Weed.
They wanted something stronger.
Yeah.
Because they had fun with their affluent friends with cocaine, but they wanted more. And I'm not talking about all the black people.
Right.
But
you're talking about the average. You're just talking about the average.
Average, because I know people listen like, yeah, that's what they get. No. I think for sure, because I'm telling you, when you sit there, most of the time I'm a sponge, man. Because when there's somebody older sitting down and talking to you, I just listen.
So game.
And sometimes I repeat what they said to make sure I heard it right. Unlike they do in these panels. But with all that happening, we lost our opportunity because a lot of those people that got caught up on crack, those were your brains and your future leaders and people that's supposed to make a change. But that crack, whoever, there's all kinds of conspiracies behind crack.
But they made sorry, it doesn't have the same effect as if I'm writing it in the chat. But cough, that movie American Made kind of spells it out.
Huh? Okay, as I was saying, that right there, brother, I think that was the part where, and you can tell in the 80s too, in the early 80s, you can tell what the plan was, as far as what older black people wanted. You can tell the plan was like, okay, you marched on Washington, you got dogs sicked on you, whatever. Now all of a sudden you got your civil rights thing going. Everybody's going to school. It's fun to be black. Blah blah blah. All you need to do now is take it a step further and get your education. As soon as as soon as that happened, that's when it kind of put a stop to most of it. So the 80s, man. Whew, I don't know. I mean, because you can tell. Look at the Cosby Show, right? You got the Cosby
I'm just
Show.
gonna say Cosby. For the Cosby, yeah.
Look at what was the other one? Even though they were under the white man with different strokes, they were taking all these different quote unquote safe black images, but it was still used as a weapon for black people as far as making it in life and toning down some of the stuff. So I think this is my theory though. I think that, notice I'm not speaking to absolutes, people out there in the chat. Anyhow, my theory is that even though the powers that be wanted to promote the safe Negro, it still became dangerous because it's like,
Mm.
wait a minute, he's safe. He doesn't go around with a gun. He's not a threat or anything, but he still
They
could
tap
take
into
over
that
the company.
excellence. They re-tap into that excellence that they fear more than anything.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So that was a buyer's
Yeah.
remorse a little bit. So if you notice,
Yeah, that's
he
exactly
went
what
from
that was. Little Eden Crow.
yeah. I mean, look at you had what's his name? Miami Vice. What's that? Ricardo Tubbs being a handsome black man.
So Philip Michael Thomas.
Yeah, Philip Michael Thomas. So you had all that marketing as far as the safe black man. I mean,
Right.
and then all of a sudden, you're gonna bring back Hawk from Spencer for Hire later on, right?
He only got one season. It's on YouTube, by the way, too.
Then you're gonna merge Wesley Snipes in some of his roles. You see
Yeah.
what I'm saying? They slowly start bringing in the dangerous black man again.
Right.
But not in a danger way, but just like a dangerous man, but we can still put you out with a bunch of cops.
Mm-hmm.
You can.
What they've also started making a lot of black dudes cops in the movies too, though.
Oh, the anger. I'm still trying to figure out the theory why there were so many black police chiefs in these sitcoms.
Yeah, because Reginald Vale Johnson from Family Matters, he was typecast as that.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody was a police chief. Everybody. I mean, 48 Hours to, I mean, you name it. It was
Action
always
Jackson,
a black police chief.
21 Jump Street.
Yeah. I need to find out who, if anybody give me some kind of idea, because I can't come up with one. Yeah, Hill Street Blues. I cannot come up with a reason why, but I'm fine. Like what's Omar Johnson say? You don't find that suspicious? Is something's going on with that? I never understood that.
Oh shit! Even RoboCop.
Yeah, black police chief.
Yeah.
Don't think, Axel. Makes my dick itch.
Hey, man, hey, listen up, y'all. We have to cut this one down, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's been 3.5 hours, and I guess I'll come back tomorrow night. So, any last words, guys?
Don't ever get some line steppers.
Peace. Peace.
And keep hope alive.
Word. Definitely. All right. All right. What about you, Andre? Chaos Reign?
Appreciate you.
Nah.
The panel in the chat.
Mm-hmm. All right. We appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. So, all right. Well, I guess I go ahead. Mute up, Chaos.
All right, mute up.
All right. Well, I guess I go ahead and end it here. Just start where end where we started from in the beginning. Just embrace my role as a good guy. Everybody finds it so attractive and enticing to be a bad guy or a bad boy or whatever. I mean, it's about time we started embracing, not just for ourselves, but for the culture as well. That there's some good shit going on over here. And it's great shit. Dynamic conversation. Thank you to both Art Dustal and Andre 416 Reform and Chaos Reign and Rogish the Snooze Kicker for providing such great some great food for thought as usual. And this is what this channel is for. So, if just in case you're wondering, you guys have a good guy in me, and this will always be a place that black men can come to and just give our thoughts on whatever's going around, whatever's going on, whatever's shaking. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. Thank you all for tuning in once again. Thank you and hit that like button if you haven't hit it yet. Even the ones that hit the dick like, thank you very much for that. So all right, I'm finna end it right here. Long live the habitual line steppers and Kev we trust. And when you don't give up, you shall indeed win. Peace out.